Daryl's House Live Jam Sessions. One of our favorite things on YouTube. Every time you go away,
you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, take a piece of me with you.
What's up, everybody?
Rattlesnake at the end. You're looking around, and it just freaking right in the neck.
Daryl has like funny hair. Kind of almost looks like a wig sometimes.
Okay, well it could be. It could be one of those plug-in, hair club for men kind of deals. We don't know. I don't know if they have those. You remember they? Anyways.
Yeah.
I love the live music. That was a good song. I felt like it was kind of a kumbaya song, but it was to start off. I don't know. Now it's
low
kind of
energy for you.
It's kind of Jeb Bush. It's kind of Jeb Bush to
low
me.
Energy.
Very Jeb Bush.
We can come back with the.
We're gonna have to try that one more time.
With
another
with a higher
on.
energy song.
Yes.
But we just found that song and we're like, this is a rad song.
I love the live music. That's one thing. As I love. Okay, you're gonna have to.
Oh, Mama Lena Bean, what's up? How y'all doing? We're doing good. How are you?
How's it going? My friend Monty. I haven't seen him in a while. Monty, what's up, Monty? You know what? That's a good thing. You know why? Because he's back on schedule. That means he's back at work.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Monty used to
We
hang
were
out with us
keeping
at
him
like
up.
3 and 4 o'clock in the
we
morning,
were
and he
keeping
was
him
just
up all
like
night.
every night. Sometimes it seems like during this, it almost seemed like every night was a Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Is that good? Is that Friday? Friday's
No.
a good night, right?
It is, but then you start to not be very productive. Like, I have not been very productive.
I think, like, see this jam session that you just had
Yeah.
right now? I think it was a couple nights ago that you and Ammon and Kamali, we were all up at, what was it, like 2:30 in the morning, jamming?
I don't think it was that way, was it?
Yeah, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, the neighbors, our neighbors are all cool, but it's like if you're hearing like kind of bad harmonies that early in the morning, we're starting to iron it out. The kids are, maybe one of these days we'll have show and tell over here. We'll bring the kids over here and then just let them, like, you know.
Our children are
They're
learning.
tearing it up.
They're learning how to play music really quickly, and it's because it's like there's not many other things for them to do, so they're just spending a lot of time like on YouTube looking up and watching tutorials and like totally teaching themselves how to play music. It's amazing.
There's a little competitiveness there.
Yep.
And you know, our
Or
kids,
two middle kids.
they might be even watching right now because
I don't know.
what did Audrey say before you came here? Don't do any cringe dancing.
Yeah.
A 6-year-old. A 6-year-old comes up to a mom and dad and goes,
I was like, we're going to
Mom.
go live stream. And she goes, ugh, please don't do any cringe dancing.
well, you know, that's kind of cool because that means they watch the first part of it and they at least check in. They want to see. I think they want to see us. I don't know.
But then they love it when we dance with them. So
Yeah,
they
we like to
just don't
dance.
like us to dance for other people apparently. But I don't care.
Yeah.
I like dancing and I like music and I'm never going to stop.
Yeah. So,
Never
kids,
stop.
I hope someday you guys edit like us with our cringe dancing into some cool meme, you know.
What's up, Four Corners?
What's up?
How's
man?
it going,
Four Corners,
Ricky?
What's going on? I hope your friends weren't too turned off by me because I'm a pretty offensive person for reals. I am. If you know me, if you're around me long enough,
What do you mean offensive? You get offended easily?
no, I'm offensive.
Like a libtard?
No. Quite the opposite. Is that it's like I don't play the defensive game. I go on the offense. Like I go just like that. I kind of do.
Oh.
So,
Anyway.
and not only do I go on the offense, but I'm offensive in terms of people like the way I don't know. I just
Brian, you're a nice man. What are you talking about?
okay. No. I know I'm a nice man, but I'm offensive when it comes to, I guess, protecting my ground. So there's certain things that I believe are worth fighting for. Inalienable rights from the Constitution, of course. That's a no-brainer. That's why we love this country. That right?
Well,
That's
no, it has everything to do with what you believe you found is truth.
I
When you
know.
find
I'm just-
truth
any
and
truth,
you want it,
though.
and you
but before
all truth, and you
I'm
just
saying this,
yeah,
it's broader
and
than
you
just
felt
that.
basically he felt like his truth, the truth, was being
Challenged.
challenged, and it was offended him.
I got triggered, man.
But I will
you
say,
know what? I got triggered like
it's
a
okay.
libtard. I
And
did.
yeah,
I
it's
get
okay.
triggered like
It's
a
okay.
libtard all the time.
And I try to teach Brian all the time. Like, you need to be a better listener. And it's really hard, if you can't actually physically talk to someone too, it makes it harder to communicate because you can't hear the inflection in someone's voice and you just can't communicate properly like that. It's hard.
So when I was typing those things, I don't know. I really I triggered everybody in that room. I think I did.
Yeah, and I'll say this, Four Corners, I'll say this. Over the last, 3 years since we've been going to events, and it's probably because we live in California, and we get told F off so much, and we get things chucked at us, and we have, this crazy thick skin on us, and we're just immediately always on... I think we're just shorter. We have just shorter.
We have
quick
fuse.
to
We have a quick fuse.
quick
We have a
fuse
short
because
fuse.
it's been a defensive thing. Being
No,
in
but
these
I'm not
really,
defensive. I'm
really
not-
no, but really, it has. We have changed.
But
But we've changed
we're
over the
looking
years.
I'm always looking for conversation. I'm never ever running for.
But I'm just saying because that was unusual for you to get so short so quickly.
Well, this is
like
my
you're
thing.
usually
I walked
better than that.
No, but I walked right into a conversation about something that is about what I wouldn't be on Facebook. I wouldn't be on social media. Period. If it wasn't for being a digital soldier and doing these things. When I say digital soldier, there's a long story behind that. So I'm not like trying to say, I'm not, but yeah, there's a lot more than just me. Just
he said, "We forgive you. All good."
Okay, cool. Because I
just have a little more respect for the women on this channel.
Oh, totally. But see, I'm gonna get in trouble for this now. Because
just be respectful
for
of
everybody.
women.
No, it shouldn't. See,
but
that's
everyone.
That's again exactly. Now we're splitting hairs now because it's not just a woman thing. I should be respectful to everybody because I was disrespectful to everyone equally there. And I dished it out. Had it been a dude that had been saying the same thing, I would have dished it out equally as hard because it's like I don't know. That's
equal opportunity.
Yes. I mean, I specifically look to challenge Hawaiians, but there's not many of us out there because that's like putting two Rottweilers together, because we're just like,
anyway, we're
that
sorry.
Doesn't exist. Yeah, I apologize. Anyways, that's a long story, and I just was saying hi because Four Corners is here. Cool.
I told him that he needed to... I really wanted Brian to explain himself because when he told me... Anyways, sorry to beat a dead horse, but I was like, Brian, just explain yourself and they'll understand. They'll understand why that happened. So just go on and quickly explain yourself. That's all.
If you're around me like 24 hours a day or around me, you probably think, man, that's just another daily occurrence. But if you're not around me and you don't know me, then...
Will you admit that you are a little bit drama?
Drama?
Yes, you are.
About what?
You just get intense about things. Like you're very animated.
I'm very passionate about protecting the values, my beliefs, my ideas. Not my ideas, my ideology. Things, my morals, all of these things, which they don't just happen overnight. Over time you start getting these ideas of like, okay, this sounds right, and then you test that idea and you're like, yeah, that sounds like it's right. Once you start doing that thing or learning these, I guess it comes with age. Once you start kind of figuring out what's real, and once you start figuring out what's truth, and like if there's anything I can do to teach somebody else, that's especially my kids, because we got kids, so it's like if there's anything I can do to instill, I'm all about justice. I want justice for people that have committed injustice. I'm that kind of a guy, and I guess that is what I'm deeply entrenched with defending. And if somebody were to sit here and say, I will do that for free speech, I will do that for the right to protect you and yourself and your property and your possessions and your family. And again, I am a defender for all of these things. But if it comes down to as specific and as what it was the other day, then same thing. I'm just I will make a scene.
Anyway.
Okay, enough. Right, Heidi? Yes. I will make am I that person? Will I make a scene anywhere I go, Heidi?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
You embarrass me a lot.
But sometimes, okay. Sometimes things need to be said.
No,
I find that no. The things
I will back you up on that and saying that there's been many times when everybody was annoyed by someone, but you were the only one that was bold enough to actually call that person's behavior out, and you would get applauded by people, or other people would be like, yeah, thank you for saying that. Because there's a lot of times when people let people get away with things, and because it's politically incorrect or whatever to say something, and you will say something, and everyone is kind of thankful that you do, and you'll defend people. Like there's been situations where I was at 7-Eleven one time, and these guys were totally messing with the clerk, like just they were just messing with berating him, and I could tell by his body language he was like slightly uncomfortable, and so I just went out to the car and I'm like, Brian, go deal with these fools. They're messing with David, and then because we know the guy, and anyway, so Brian goes in there and he just intimidated him because they were punk little freaking 17, 18-year-old kids, and they were being little punks and messing with the and Brian scared them, and I was like, good. Those kids don't have fathers that scare them. So,
but you know what? That happens with all kinds of people. I did that to a homeless guy the other day. This homeless dude was in the parking lot, hassling people, asking. He was being kind of aggressive, asking for money and everything, and I was walking in the store, and the manager was like, "You're not even supposed to be here on the property. You're trespassing right now." And I was like, looking, I was like, who's this? Who's the manager? I turned around, and it was this homeless guy. Now, I've bought this guy a couple meals before because I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
And so when you start seeing this guy everywhere in town, everyone knows who he is. The managers, if you live on this main thoroughfare, Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach, if you live on that thoroughfare, it's busy. It's like a city. It's close as it's pretty city. Anyways, this homeless dude, everybody knows him. He goes to all the places up and down between the 405 and PCH, and everybody knows this guy. He's like, he's going to people and hassle them. And I just turned around and I walked up to him. I go, dude, get out of here right now. And he's like, what? And I go, what do you mean what? What's your name? I started talking to him. Like, dude, I told him straight up, I go, hey man, I bought you meals. Don't even tell me that, dude. Now you're going to go over here and be hassling somebody over here? No way. Not even. Get out of here. Start walking. And this guy's bigger than me.
He's a big guy.
He's
intimidating.
Well, yeah, but when I was right in his face, I was like, oh, dude, you're not as big as me, and I'm crazier and I'm dumber than you. You know it. Look at me. I'm dumb. Anyways, yeah.
No, and those people.
He walked off.
Those people were glad.
Oh yeah, the whole entire store was right there, and all the people were just tripping. And they were like, whoa, what just happened? And I go,
yeah.
Nothing happened. I gotta go get me some freaking food at the store. Where's a cart? Anyways, yeah. Sometimes people need to be called out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to stand up.
Especially those libtards.
Well, it's not even that. You see crimes happening sometimes. You see this footage,
or like how how they're not
forget that,
or they won't stop people from stealing things. It's like, I want to witness that so much so I can at least shame the person. If we're not going to stop the person from stealing stuff, let me at least verbally shame them.
I shame.
It's like, you're going to walk out with all that alcohol or whatever, and they can't stop you. The security guards can't stop you. Because it's a liability. I'm going to call you out and shame you.
No, I will trip the guy. I've seen some videos. You know what? That's okay. Man, there's a lot. I'll tell you what. In the world that we live in right now, there's a lot of clickbait. I mean, if I'm a person who just reads, I just read headlines. That's all I do is read headlines. And if it looks something interesting, then I just go from there. But I love reading headlines. And you know what? When it's clickbait, sometimes it's really good. And you know what it is. It's always to just lead you away from the truth. And anytime you have something that's stupid, like those freaking Tide Pods or anything dumb like that, or the stupid ice bucket challenge. What the heck was that stupidity? Man, that was going on for dumb. It's like, why aren't they doing that right? Let's start it up right now. Let's go to those same people and go, let's do that one more time.
Let's do the COVID-19 challenge. Yeah. Instead of ice, let's do something else.
No, let's do ice again. I wanted that stupid stuff again. Yeah, let's do ice
to raise awareness for COVID.
It's like, let's do the ice challenge again. Let's just bring it back just for one more.
The COVID
ice challenge.
COVID ice challenge.
I just like seeing people dump buckets of water on their head for no reason.
Because it does what? It raises awareness.
I don't know.
I don't know. It is stupidity. Like, when you really think about it, like so much of the cultural things in that I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the United States, it's just bread and circus. It's just stupidity all the time. And it keeps you from paying attention to the actual things happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got my glasses on tonight.
And I ditched the beard.
Yeah. Brian's a clean. Well, it's not. You're not that clean shaven right now, but I had to give my eyes a break. I wear contacts, and they needed a break, so you get glasses, Heidi, tonight.
I needed to see how fat my face got. It's all back. I lost some weight, but I'm looking at it right now, and the beard's coming back because at least I get why people hide their faces behind beards.
When
because,
they have a fat face, they can.
Well, I can, I still got the high cheekbones, so underneath it, it's very chiseled and sharp. It's not like that, but now you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beard's coming back, by the way.
It is? You don't like it?
No, I just don't like the shave. So it'll just, I'll get sick of it again, and I'll just like.
Maybe we'll just try to keep it nice and short.
So there's that guy, Adam Buttons. You know him?
Of course I know Adam.
Adam Buttons, he thinks I look crazy, like a crazy old.
Oh, yeah. He said,
man.
Brian, do something about that beard of yours. You look crazy. You're 75 years old. I don't know. What did he tell you? He said you look old.
We're the same age, by the way. We are the same.
I can't do your accent very good, Adam. I don't know. It's like you're not from New York, but you kind of have a New York accent, slightly, because you're always. I guess maybe your father must have. So it's funny. It's funny.
He is a friend of ours. I call him Hollywood Anon. He's not an Anon, so yeah, I probably shouldn't call him that because he's not an Anon, but he's a Hollywood. He's what we call the Hollywood insider.
Old Hollywood.
Old Hollywood. He is the son of Red Buttons. And he's a friend of ours. If you know who Red Buttons is, then you are really old. You're at least 50 years old. You are. So I'm talking to a very, advertising agencies would love to have this kind of information. Who are the oldies out there? Who's the oldies? Now, generation.
I want to give a shout out to someone else. Shout out to Kamiley, who's graduating tomorrow. And we're proud of you. And Tiani, I know you were there the whole way, helping her along the way. And it's a big deal. It was a lot of work. She's going to be a nurse. And
we love you
guys. We're proud
guys.
of you, and we love you. And yeah, just wanted to say, I know you guys tune in, so I wanted to make sure I gave you guys a shout out.
Anybody else tune in that we need to give a shout out to?
Red Buttons was cool, funny as heck.
Yes.
Nice. We got someone that knows who Red Buttons is.
Yes.
Awesome. T.A. Stingbat. We haven't met you before. Where are you tuning in from? Tell us what your location is. What's that? What's your in the CB radio talk when you say what's your location? That's your 10.
I don't know.
1020. What's your location?
I'm not a CB guy. Citizens Band. I never did that.
I know.
What's your 1020?
I don't know. I can't.
What's your 10-4?
10-4? Is that?
I don't know.
No, that 10-4 is over.
What's your 5-4?
What's your? I never graduated. I never graduated from high school. What do you mean?
I barely see you graduated. I know you graduated from middle school, right?
Fix that.
I don't care, Heidi.
I do. It looks better without it.
Now I look like I've got a. I don't know. Let's see if I can get my forehead a little bit higher.
The autism in me was bugging me.
That's not autism. That's called
OCD. My OCD.
Come on now.
It was my OCD.
You've just offended a lot of people. Okay?
I know it wasn't. 1020. That's what it is. What's your 1020? Four Corners. Are you a radio guy? A ham radio dude?
That's not ham radio. That's Citizens.
CB. Are you a CB guy?
What's your 20?
What's your 20? Electric Sheep. What's up? What's your 20? I want to learn all those codes.
Really? Really?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll print it up for you and you can memorize it. I'll test you in the morning.
When Brian and I first got married, I guess it was, I wanted a police scanner.
Tell them how we got it.
I'm like, What do you mean?
How do we get the scanner?
No, we bought it brand new.
Okay, no, there's another time that we got a second one. We went to an auction.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever.
So we got a police scanner because we just have always been nerds that always want to know what's going on, and
the local Huntington Beach police department, fire department, they had
he's a ham operator. Okay, awesome.
There's a guy in Barbados, 8 Papa 6 Alpha Mike. I know him. He might. I don't know if he's alive still. That was like a long time ago. But 10 codes or something.
Oh, there's sometimes different in different areas.
Yeah, we had we had a your what was it called again? Radio?
The police scanner.
Police scanner.
So, anyways,
what was the best story? You got to tell the best story.
There was a few funny ones, but when we at the time we could actually pick up our city's dispatches. Like we could hear them, the 911 dispatch, and so we would just be driving around and be like, "Oh my gosh, there's something going on at the hotel. Let's go down there." And so a couple of times we got to the location before the police even got there, and we just thought that was so fun and cool. And then another time we were.
No, the craziest time was when we heard "Officer Down" in front of a 7-Eleven. So we were like, they did not just say "Officer Down." So
that was crazy.
That was crazy
because that was just like
I said,
right down the street.
So we
jumped in the car. We didn't know which 7-Eleven it was.
No.
So we were just driving to a couple of them, and then
the third one that we went to, we're like, "There's nothing here. There's nothing here." So the third one we went to, we're like, "No way, it could have been Officer Down." And we're like, so we were in this parking lot by this pizza place by 7-Eleven, and then we've said this story before. I know it's boring and it's old, but we were sitting in a truck, a Ford Ranger truck, hiding myself, and all these cars start coming in from every direction with no sirens on, just flying. You could hear cars just hitting the brakes.
We thought we didn't go to the right 7-Eleven.
We're just
but we were there before the cops were, and then they just go.
They were everywhere, swarming in from everywhere with zero sirens on, with pulling guns out and all kinds of stuff. And
then we said, "Let's get out of here." Because I don't remember staying. I think.
They actually let us. They didn't create a perimeter. They knew the guy was whatever was happening was in there, and they were going in there to freaking do some damage. Well, the only reason I got out of there was Heidi was with me.
Oh, stop.
Oh, I will say that all day, every day. Because if you're a dude, I don't care. If you're a dude, you're a suspect. If you're with Heidi, then there's no way they're like, "Oh, you guys are good, man. Please just cruise on by."
My white privilege or female privilege?
It's your white privilege. It's your female privilege. It's your smile privilege. It's your the way you look privilege. There's a lot of privilege that goes on, Heidi, with you.
Okay.
That's what
I think you have a lot of brown privilege.
No, but when I go places, I just like go, "I'm with her."
How about I say that? How about I go, "Affirmative action, I'm with him. We don't have enough minorities, I'm with him."
No. When I walk into a store, all cameras come on me and they're like, What are they?
It's okay. I can make racist jokes. I'm married to him. That's
right.
Brown privilege. You can make racist jokes. Yes, you can.
No.
That's brown privilege. Brown privilege. You can say the N-word. You can get away with anything. You can. Brown privilege. Do you disagree? I can't say the N-word. I'm white.
No, they don't know what you are, Heidi. People don't know what the heck you are.
I'm white, though.
I know, but you can also hide behind...
I don't get away with... I'm not... What do you mean? Because people think I'm Latina sometimes?
Well, that one lady in Washington, she did that when she was when she became the president of the NAACP or whatever it was up there in Washington, Seattle.
Oh, she pretended like she was black.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. You can get away.
Oh, I could, but...
You can slip in there and go...
But I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar, though. I'm not a liar.
Okay.
Okay, what's up, guys?
No, but
I'm a dispatcher for EOC. I don't know what EOC is. Do you know what EOC is?
The Executive Order Council. No, EOC
You're just making up something.
Wait a second.
This is a fun game for Brian. He likes these acronym games.
EOC. Wait.
I'm just saying the letters.
Equal opportunity.
Emergency.
Operation
Center. Emergency. We're just guessing. Is that right?
Emergency
Oh, we
Operations
got
Center.
it! Bingo! Ding, ding, ding! Yes, we got it. We're good at that game.
What do we
Give us another one.
Did we get the car? Let's see what curtain is. Oh
us
shoot,
another-
we got that freaking zonker thing,
Give us
man.
another one.
We got a zonk, and I picked the curtain too.
Yes, the price is right.
That's not the Price is Right. That's the
I just wanted to say that.
no. It's the
Price is right.
whatever the show is.
A deal or no deal?
Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal.
You know who was on
Okay,
Make a
so
Deal?
wait.
Stop. You know who was on Let's Make a Deal?
Who?
Some of JFK Jr.'s kids.
Oh yes, that was right.
Look at that smiling. It's like, oh, that's
No,
right.
not the kids. They were like the
No, it was-
cousins or something.
It was. I think it was.
No, I think it was his cousins. I think we matched up the faces with the cousins.
That's right.
So, yeah.
It was JFK Jr.'s cousins.
No, his cousins' kids.
His cousins.
Or
kids.
whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well,
So, as an emergency operations
wow. I can't believe we got
dispatcher,
that.
what, I'm curious, I'm thinking, so are you,
City,
Is it-
state,
yeah, is
county. Is it a broader, like bigger?
it like through, yeah, is it through the county or is it,
How do you guys work with FEMA?
yeah, what's your, how do you, if, I don't know if you can type that, but
Because if you guys do work with, hey man, when they start building those
you're a good one
camps,
to know, man.
Four
I gotta have
Corners,
some.
Just reach out. Hey, Four Corners, just reach out to us and go. The camps,
Are
they're
being
starting
built.
the
Let us
lines.
know.
Step out
And
of
we'll
the
get the-
line now.
And we'll get the news out to everyone.
And I will be Heidi. We'll just.
But actually the internet will be go down.
I will
at
be
that time.
standing, holding Heidi's hand, and we'll be walking in line. And I'll just like, do you remember that scene in Star Wars when they just like pulled Princess Leia into like the garbage disposal? That'll be me. I'll be like, Heidi,
Because I'm white and they're getting all the white people.
No way, because we gotta pretend like we're playing along with what they're doing.
Oh, I know.
So we. Will
I feel like we're
listening.
already playing along with their stupid charade COVID game.
Okay,
I'm sick
okay.
of their stupid
Okay,
charade.
this is what's crazy. I went to Sam's Club today in Fountain Valley, California, and I went there about 8:15. They opened at 9. There was a line of I'd say about 50 people in front of me. Everyone was standing on the X's and respecting everyone's what do they call it? Distancing, social distancing.
Social distancing.
So they were there. Everybody was, and I was, okay. I was the only one in the whole entire line, including there was a security guard and 2 workers that were up there keeping everybody in line and telling everybody that they needed to have their cards so they can move along. Okay, we know that already. But there, and then while I was there, at 8:15, it opened at 9. In about 45 minutes, I'd say about another 50 people went behind me, and they were all walking by me, and they all had masks on. I was the only one.
And what's your story? That wasn't
My
a very
story
good story.
is okay.
Where's the fun part of your story?
The fun part of this? Okay, because
Oh.
everything's all about fun for me. I'm just
No, you're just telling
I'm a
us
yellow.
that
I'm
you
a
were
yellow.
the only one that wasn't wearing
Yeah,
a mask.
yellow
Is
is
that your
fun.
whole story?
No, okay, no. But not only am I not wearing a mask. Okay, I usually wear this hat backwards because I don't want to be confrontational. I'm not confrontational like that. You can catch me going by going,
Right.
did that dude just have
Bennett,
a
you're
bandana
getting
on?"
distracted. Just focus. Tell me the good part of your story. The part that I want to hear that makes
This is the excellent part of the story.
the exclamation
is,
point.
is I am walking around with my hat like this, and everyone is doing double takes. They're like going, wait. Not only is this fool not wearing a mask, but he's wearing that stupid hat.
But he's triggering us all with
and
his hat.
I was just
Okay.
like,
That's kind
you
of
guys
funny.
have to try that.
It's almost like a double trigger because they're triggered that you're not wearing a mask, and then they double
I had a
trigger.
t-shirt on, so I couldn't put a next time.
Oh, so it's for the county. Okay, that's cool.
What county? We want to give your county some props. And
He's
what?
in Four Corners. He's in Colorado.
But it could be
I
Colorado.
know.
It
I
could
know.
be New Mexico. It could be Utah. And what's the last one? Heidi, come on, for the points. For the points. What's the 4th corner that we're missing? I said Colorado, Utah,
Don't do this to me right now.
New Mexico. What's the last one?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't want to think right now. Do you know?
We're not going to get a couch, and we're not going to get a grandfather
I know,
clock.
because we need more time. And we're out of time. I'm a
Yes,
volunteer
Arizona,
deputy
Arizona.
sheriff. Wow. You're a
Do
volunteer.
you get to carry a gun?
You're
Do you
good.
get to carry? Because you know what? In California,
I'm glad you do good things with your time. That's good. You know, there's a lot of people that they just stupid, selfish things. And that's cool that people, like, we need people like you, someone that's willing to be a dispatcher for the emergency center, operations center, someone that's willing to volunteer.
Is he retired? Is Four Corners report retired? AZ.
What? David, are you? Oh, he was giving us the answer. I know. I didn't want to think. I don't know. I still don't think.
AZ.
Arizona, yes.
Ulrich, what's up? Okay, Ulrich. David Ulrich. He's married to a nurse who is woke.
Okay.
I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. You know why? Because she's a nurse and she's woke. Anybody who's in the medical industry and knows that kind of stuff.
Tessa wants to know if are you Dwight Schrute from The Office?
Okay, is it because, do I look like Dwight? Okay, first of all.
JK.
Okay. Dwight Schrute, also known as...
Oh, yes, he's a beet farmer, too. Yes, he is.
Okay, Tessa, I used to like The Office. Heidi and I used to watch it when it was real time. We'd be like, oh, Heidi, it's going to be on the next Office. We did that for a little while. Maybe a season.
When it was brand new, and when it was first came out, we thought the writing was amazing. We'd never seen a show like that.
The writing is amazing, and you know who else?
So funny.
Is what's his name? Heidi?
Who?
The creator of everything.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. If you get a chance, it's pretty British. It's pretty British.
Oh, no, it's good.
Nasty.
Have you guys seen The British Office? The original?
Man, genius.
Definitely watch that.
There's genius behind it, but it's pretty bad.
And now I like Ricky Gervais.
It's pretty naughty. But
I like Ricky Gervais more now
how he
that he
roasted.
called out Hollywood. That was so rad. He's an atheist though. But that's okay. That's okay. He's on his way to truth.
It's not even. It's not even. It's okay. It's Ricky Gervais. Look what he did.
Well, the reason why I said that because I was slightly offended by a lot of things he said about people that believed in God.
Doesn't matter. That's everyone's right to believe in the same.
Brian. I'm just telling you. You
get triggered. You got triggered.
No, I'm just telling you that I didn't really know if I liked him because he was really bagging on people that believe in God.
When was this?
Years ago.
Oh, see, I didn't get that.
Yeah, and so I was kind of turned off by him. But then when he said all that, I was like, okay, he's at least willing to do that. So
okay, I gotta tell you, I used to be The Office. I used to watch it. I used to like the storylines, like the characters, like the actors, because you know what they're.
No, the writing was more than.
But they're the actors, though. The actors also do a splendid job in acting.
Yeah.
So I even like Dwight Schrute, but
his character's
hilarious. But you won't like him in real life. You know why? Go ahead and look up his tweets. If you've seen his tweets, he's freaking a pedophile. He is a wrong, sick, and twisted, bad dude. Look at his tweets.
If you don't know that, Stingbait, if you don't know that, or Stingbat, Dwight Schrute, what's his real name?
Rainn Wilson. Rainn Wilson.
He's not a good guy. He's
And what's crazy?
It appears he is a legit pedophile.
Well, again,
he's in the club.
He's in the club.
Let's just say that.
And he has to do those tweets. Even some of his movies. There's a movie that he did that our son watched. One of our kids watched and they see. So our kids, okay. First of all, Netflix. Get rid of your Netflix. If you got
we have Netflix.
Oh man.
Well, it's my mom's account. We just tap into it, so we don't pay for it. I know, but you know what? Our kids are so woke.
Shameful,
our kids are so woke that when they see something, they're like, "Oh my gosh, mom!
Oh my gosh!" They pause it and they go, "Hey,
Mom,
Illuminati.
This movie's Illuminati." And then they're like, and they just tell us there was this and this, and then Mom, there was this symbolism, and then there was this symbolism.
Even my 6-year-old,
so I know.
She goes,
Mom, there was rabbit symbols, and there was this symbol.
We're like, wow.
So I'm like, it's almost like they are. Even if they see it, they recognize that it's
okay.
evil.
My youngest daughter, she will never ever in her life see the inside of a public school classroom. One day of instruction doing that, never ever. So I just wanted to say that. That's all. dun. In my mind, I hear like the Price is Right
We'll
music.
see.
Like, I won.
You know, what if she wants to go to high school? What if she like wants to experience high school though, Brian?
If she wants to experience high school,
It'll probably be different by then.
well,
Maybe
and
it'll
not
be
only
better
that,
by
but
then.
I've seen High School Musical, like parts of it, and that looks pretty cool. Like the way they run up and down and sing.
I think that's the problem is these kids see these movies and they think that high school is actually like that.
Well, I grew up in the 80s, and we watched...
It really was like that?
We watched, like, Revenge of the Nerds. We watched Porky's. We watched Revenge...
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. What else was it? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. We watched... And you know what? School was really like that. Like, at the end of the school year...
I know, it was so funny.
crazy.
He told me that, because I never saw it going to school, but he said, yeah, the last day of school, everybody threw all their papers everywhere. The school was completely covered in paper. And I never saw that in school.
Well, this was the time of peachy folders. At least in California, I have no idea what life was like in other cities across the United States. But if you grew up in Southern California, like, we had peachy folders. If you know what a peachy folder is, there's these yellow folders, and like that's all you had. And then
that was from like the 50s.
I know it was the 50s, but we can't think about this from the 50s, the 60s, and then the 70s, and then the 80s. I mean, they were still wearing people and
you could get peachy folders in the 90s, but it was more like
old fart stuff.
It was more like
ugh,
no. It was like a trendy, like vintage retro peachy.
Oh,
it was a retro thing. It was like a trendy thing.
It is. We had peachy folders, and we would draw on them. We'd have our friends would draw on them.
The basketball guy.
Basketball, the track guy running around the corner, you know, and they had the girl playing tennis. She was all like.
And you would always like make little clothes on them and stuff.
My specialty was, the track runner. I would turn him into a Michael Jackson.
Oh.
So I'd give him like Michael Jackson
glove?
hair, a glove, a microphone, and he'd have like.
And he'd be going.
No, he was in the same pose, but he'd have his floods and then his socks. But it was pretty cool. He'd have like I'd put like one of his with the what are those called?
I don't know.
Epileps, the
Admiral shoulders.
Yes, one of Michael Jackson's jackets, and he had like, it was cool. But peachy folders.
I don't know why we're talking about that.
Because
we were talking about how school was different in the 80s.
It was way different. It was literally like the movies.
Like everybody really was like snorting cocaine and stuff?
I cannot go to those places because, it kind of was like that. At least in high school, I wasn't a good kid. So I ran with some, it was kind of crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of cocaine, a lot of drugs, a lot of everything. And
everybody knew about it.
Everybody knew about it. And there was a lot of kids that came from families that had a lot of money. So there was stuff. But that was, I shouldn't make excuses like that was the 80s. But it was the 80s. It was the 80s.
It was exciting. Reagan was the president. So it was like fun. America was like, I don't know. It seems like when Reagan was the president, everything was like good.
Well, I mean, until Lee Harvey Oswald, until I can't even think of his name.
The guy that shot him.
Yeah, Hinckley.
Oh yeah.
Until there was a lot of things that, I mean, the 80s were just a different time, a different era. It was very simple. Like Generation X. My generation, we're kind of. I remember this happening when I was a young kid. I remember going to I'll never forget this. They drew a chalk dot on a wall in a class, and they were like psyoping us as little kids. They're all like, kids, I want 5 kids to come up here and tell me what this is. And the kids were like, it's a bird's eye, and everybody's like, it's an egg. And then there's always some kid like me or some other one. There's always one kid.
Dot.
It's a dot. It's a chalk dot. Bad kid. I'll never forget that. Well, no.
Did you do that?
I don't remember. I would be that kid because I was a kid that'd be like.
You just remember watching it, thinking this is stupid.
I thought it was because I'll never forget it. They led off after that with something called PMA. No, it's not premenstrual. It's positive mental attitude. PMA. And I was like. As a kid, I was like, what the freak is what are they trying to like? Why do we need to be told to like
Have
be
a positive
cheerleaders for ourselves? It's like, what's going on? You know, I never ever. I've always been that way my whole life. I've always questioned everything, and I've always looked at things. I remember debating. It was I think it was 5th grade. We went on a camp. It was like a 3-night overnight camp, and it was like a big deal. It was like 5th grade camp, and we all went, and they had us debating about oil, and they were like, I was like, what are we debating about? Oil? Whether we should be drilling oil? And I was like, how?
When you were little kids?
We're 5th graders.
And you're debating.
This was like one of the first times, and I remember they were splitting us up in groups, and they were teaching us like to defend. This was like environmental.
That was
stuff.
the beginning of like teaching these.
Yeah.
You guys.
So I remember there was a girl, I forget her name, but I remember she was like, their argument on their side was like, well, how would you like if rabbits and squirrels went into your house and your yard and started drilling for holes, drilling holes for oil? I remember that was her argument, and I remember thinking, and I said this verbally, and I remember people laughing.
I remember a whole.
But wait, stop! I got to tell you what my response
Sorry
was.
about that.
My response was, wait a second, did you just tell me like squirrels and rabbits are going to come into my house and drill holes? Yeah. I just laughed at the whole idea, and I kind of got pulled aside for that, and that was, I guess, it's funny to get a laugh like that too. And I'm not the class clown.
Oh, people were laughing?
Yeah, everybody was laughing. That was funny because I mocked her.
Oh, you actually said it out loud.
Yeah, I said, you know what? So you really believe a rabbit's going to come? And I was so smarty about it. I was like, so you really believe a rabbit's going to come into my house and start drilling a hole for oil? Nice one. And it's like when you start thinking like that, you really have to pull yourself out of a lot of arguments, especially when you know.
David said Saved by the Bell had an anti-oil drilling episode. I remember in school, like a whole day, like talking about, or maybe it's like a whole week, I don't know. It just seemed like a whole thing on water and how our planet's running out of water, and we all have to. And I remember being scared that we were going to run out of water when I went home, and I was like, making sure we weren't wasting any water in the sink, and I would get nervous when there was a drip in the sink or in the bathtub, and I would get mad at my parents and judge my parents if they left things running. And it's like, looking back, it's like they were kind of brainwashing us to judge our parents, and they you know what I mean? To come home and be like, you're not very environmental friendly, mom and dad. You need to do a better job. We learned at school how wasteful we are. It's just like creepy.
Another psyop that they've done on any state that's doing this is like the whole CRV. I said this the other day.
Remember the ozone layer being destroyed? Yeah. There was all these holes. I mean, we were told, oh my gosh. I remember being scared too. Do you remember at one point being like, wow, is this happening? Like, we're really going to...
There's a giant hole.
Yeah, and like, this is scary. We got to stop. We got to get the electric cars. I mean,
I know what was causing it. From what I understand, it was the CFCs from Hairspray. So, it was all those girls in the 80s that used to make their hair like...
Way too much hairspray.
Too much hairspray.
And all the boys that wore
too much recharging of air conditioners in your vehicle. That is where all of the hole... I see the hole because sometimes when I look up in the sky... I can see a hole in the sky where like light comes through. This is for real, and like it might be just like us,
Oh no. I wasn't sure if I never know. Brian, you honestly, sometimes it's hard to know when you're serious or not.
I'm never serious.
No, sometimes you are, and sometimes you're not, and your own wife sometimes is not sure.
I'm not serious ever.
Yes, you are. When you're telling me something that happened.
Wait. I was serious the other day when I went to that room and went nuts.
No, I'm talking about just in general. You tell stories all the time, and I never. Where are you going?
I forgot I put some ginger beer in the freezer, and I got to make sure it doesn't explode.
Okay. All right.
I'll be back. I'm back in like 2 seconds.
Okay. I wanted to play. I watched Burning Styrofoam Cups. Is that what they told us? Oh, yes. The styrofoam. And I remember, well, this is probably legit, is the plastic that holds the 12 packs. How those were all getting stuck on the birds' beaks, and we had to cut up all the plastic to make sure that the dolphins and the whales. But that probably really is legit happening.
And then
So I don't mind doing that.
Like this is my favorite is CRV. Like we have to recycle because we paid 2.5 cents or 5 cents or whatever it is for a can or container. It's like, so I got to get it back. We need to. It's forcing us to recycle. It's like, how dumb.
I know.
It's like, in the straws. Okay, first of all, I love sipping straws that when I'm done with my drink,
Oh my God.
it's kind of like a soggy diaper. You know, it's kind of like,
disgusting.
whoa, what happened to my
Paper
straw?
straws are disgusting.
And then I might be drinking water, and it's like, what the heck
That
did I
is-
just freaking suck up from my straw? And it's like, it's inside out. It's like, what the heck am I drinking?
I refuse to use a paper straw.
Unless it's got like
And even
some
like
kind of additive that makes me stronger.
Even the reusable straws are just like, I don't know.
How about like a chocolate straw?
They have those.
What are those chalky sticks? What are they
I
called?
don't know. The ones that you drink with the milk.
Oh, those are gross, man.
Go to the Wayback Machine and look at the old propaganda videos. That sounds like fun.
Okay, well, I gotta
I'll
show
have
them the
to do
ginger
that.
beer I got. Anyways,
Do you guys know what ginger beer is?
yeah, everybody knows what ginger beer is.
Oh, they do.
This is Fentimans, botanically brewed. It says served chilled. It's been in the freezer. And traditional botanical ginger drink with fermented herbal extracts, exquisitely crafted.
I don't think I'd like it,
And it's got a picture.
but I'm gonna taste it.
I'm just gonna show you. It's got a picture of a dog on it. So you've always got. Anytime there's a dog on it, you've got to wonder. There's a canine on it. See that?
Why do you have to wonder?
I don't know, because it might give you like dog strength.
Oh.
Because it that's when I see a dog.
Or it might be related to the dog comms of the deep state.
Ooh.
You know? Like Jenny's ice cream and Nancy
I traded
Pelosi
it.
and
Here.
Nancy.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, I did it. I'm gonna give you a review because I love any kind of fizzy drink. Mineral water, soda water.
TA says, when I was a kid, all straws were paper. I didn't know that. You must be old.
What the heck? It's paper straws.
I didn't know that. Like, wow, I never thought about that.
Okay, I'm gonna crack this thing open.
Glare.
This is for Heidi. Heidi, I'm gonna let you have first
I'm
dibs
gonna
on this.
try it. Really?
Listen, oh man,
Alright.
I'm getting old. I can't open up these twist
I'll
tops
open
anymore.
that for you, sir.
Okay.
It was not.
Okay, wait. Okay, just wait. Okay, wait. Okay, you gotta look at the camera. This is it. It's a big bottle, man. It looks like an
I
elixir.
can't remember. What,
It's
okay, it's the made with the Chinese ginger root and botanical extracts for a full flavored and delicious drink. No artificial sweeteners. Okay, fermented ginger root, lemon, cream.
It's
of tart-
fermented.
Yeah, herbal infusions.
Okay, we gotta try this
Citric
out.
acid.
Okay, go ahead. Come on.
Where is it made? It's made in the UK.
Okay. Talk to me. Wait, talk to me.
Oh, it's actually good.
Woo!
It's really good. I like it.
That's like I Love Lucy. Remember when she was drinking that stuff and she got sauced up? Swig it down.
That's a really good flavor.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, I can taste the ginger. It's like burning my throat.
Oh,
Oh, it tastes super good.
Wow, Heidi, I did not see
No,
this.
I want another sip. That's good.
Look at that. Now she's gonna. Yep. Never. She's not gonna share anymore.
That's really good. I could drink that. I don't know why I thought it was going to be gross.
Oh, if they made root beer like this that had like a bite to it, man, that'd be good.
That's pretty good.
Ginger beer.
How much did you pay for that?
Well, I got it at this discount store. It is. I got 8 of these bottles for $4. So these
So
are.
they're 50 cents each?
Yeah, but this is like, hey guys,
That's crazy. That's cheap.
that's not. We can't tell. This is like maybe black market stuff.
Okay.
Like maybe they went to a container ship and like some dudes
Gotcha.
with some Somali pirates are like, give me your ginger beer.
That tastes really good. We should go buy some more. Does it have a lot of calories?
It's got bite too. Oh, don't see, that's your problem.
Don't look at the calories.
Don't do that. You just take it for flavor.
Okay.
Once you start calculating things, that's like Common Core math. You start counting dots.
I'm
you start
laughing
putting a
at
lot of
myself 'cause
dots.
It looks like I'm drinking actual beer.
It is ginger beer.
It's not alcohol.
Well, it's with
We
fermented.
look like we're drinking, like getting
What if
drunk on
there's
the live
alcohol
stream.
in here? Oh my gosh!
There's not alcohol
This is
in there.
fermented though.
There's no alcohol in there. Stop.
Dang it! I was like, no, there's none.
Shut up.
I was like, the show was just gonna get a little better. It was just gonna get just a little better. No. It's not. Did you ever see? There was a show, and it went for one season, and what was it called, Heidi? Remember the kids? It was
I don't know what you're talking about. One season of what?
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, that was a great show.
Okay, Freaks and Geeks. If you've ever seen that, it went for one season, and I
don't think it was one season.
it was one season.
It was really only one season?
Just one season. And that one season, they have an episode where they get a keg of near beer. That was a great one. And it was a keg of near beer.
So all the kids,
the kids were like,
they have a party at their house, and nobody knows that it's non-alcoholic, so they're all pretending like they're
Well,
drunk.
they're like, whoa, man!
That's so funny. It was the 80s. That was the 80s.
No, it was early 80s. So it might have been like 82, high school. Cause
Anyway, it was the 80s.
I know, but it was, yeah.
So I'm going to check out your web archive there that you put that link in there, Four Corners. I'll check that out. I'm assuming the propaganda one you talk about. What happened in the news today, Brian?
Well, the President Trump, Donald J. Trump,
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump,
The one and only.
he had a very short statement that was short and to the point, and said that houses of worship, including churches, synagogues, and mosques, he took note to say all of them, and he said that these are considered essential. Now you've already seen this. I know I'm repeating it, but Heidi's gonna play it, and let's hear it.
Disease control and prevention is issuing guidance for communities of faith. I want to thank Dr. Redfield and the CDC for their work on this matter and all the other work they've been doing over the past, what now seems like a long period of time. Today I'm identifying houses of worship, churches, synagogue, and mosques as essential places that provide essential services. Some governors have deemed liquor stores and abortion clinics as essential, but have left out churches and other houses of worship. It's not right. So I'm correcting this injustice and calling houses of worship essential. I call upon governors to allow our churches and places of worship to open right now. If there's any question, they're going to have to call me, but they're not going to be successful in that call. These are places that hold our society together and keep our people united. The people are demanding to go to church and synagogue, go to their mosque. Many millions of Americans embrace worship as an essential part of life. The ministers, pastors, rabbis, imams, and other faith leaders will make sure that their congregations are safe as they gather and pray. I know them well. They love their congregations. They love their people. They don't want anything bad to happen to them or to anybody else. The governors need to do the right thing and allow these very important, essential places of faith to open right now for this weekend. If they don't do it, I will override the governors. In America, we need more prayer. not less. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oops. Sorry. I guess we're going to watch her too.
Not spoken to the
That's what she's
president
doing.
about that, but who I did speak to about President Obama and unmasking Michael Flynn were the men and women in this room. I haven't spoken to him on that specific point, have spoken to him about the matter generally, and I laid out a series of questions that any good journalist would want to answer about why people were unmasked, and all sorts of questions. And I just wanted to follow up with you guys on that. Did anyone take it upon themselves to pose any questions about Michael Flynn and unmasking the President Obama spokesperson? Oh, not a single journalist has posed that question.
But
Okay.
Michael Flynn's name wasn't
So I
masked.
would like
Kaylee-
to lay out a series of questions, and perhaps if I write them out in a slide format, maybe we're visual learners and you guys will follow up with journalistic curiosity. So number one, why did the Obama administration use opposition research funded by a political organization and filled with foreign dirt to surveil members of the Trump campaign? Number two, why was Lieutenant General Michael Flynn unmasked? Not by the intel community entirely, but by Obama's chief of staff, by the former Vice President Joe Biden, by Susan Rice, by the Treasury Secretary. I mean, this is extraordinary. And, you know, if it were political appointees in the Trump administration, I can guarantee you I'd have questions in my inbox right now, but apparently Obama's spokesperson does not. Why was Flynn's identity leaked? In a criminal act. It is a criminal act to leak the identity of Michael Flynn to the press, but it happened. Where are the questions to Obama's spokesperson? Because my team would be running around this building should this have happened under the Trump administration. Why did the DOJ, Sally Yates, learn about the unmasking from President Obama? So much for going by the book. As Susan Rice said 3 times, thou doth protest too much, Susan Rice. And then finally, question number 5. Why did James Clapper, John Brennan, Samantha Power, and Susan Rice privately admit under oath they had no evidence of collusion while saying the opposite publicly? It's a long weekend. You guys have 3 days to follow up on those questions, and I certainly hope the next time I ask, some hands go up, because Obama's spokesperson should be asked those questions, because President Trump's spokespeople certainly would be.
Hold on. Oh, wait. This one.
No,
No, not right now. Okay.
We need to talk.
On the left over
Okay.
here.
I don't care about that right
Yeah.
now. We got
All
too
right.
many things. We can't just bombard.
Okay. I like her. She's sassy.
We gotta talk. We gotta talk. We got to talk
Hey, what do you want to talk about, Brian?
about what we just watched.
No, you got glasses on.
Yes.
Those are the best blue blockers I've ever seen. Yo, you blue blockers.
If I had prescription glasses, these are the kinds that you can slide comfortably over the top of your prescriptions.
They
These are
kind
those
of
kinds.
look like
can
Johnny
do-
Depp in Willy Wonka.
You can get
He
these
wears something
though.
like that.
You can get these at the local.
She's the man. That's right.
okay.
She is the man.
Okay, we need to talk because those are two. First of all, let's talk about the first video. The President of the United States talking about the governors. Any governors? I'm going to second the president. If you guys have problems, go ahead and contact him. But you know what? You're not going to get any. He's not going to help you out. You're not going to get anything from him. Guys, the president. Did you guys not love that? The president
I
is
know.
acting like daddy right there.
I know, and he's like,
daddy
if-
president
He's
right
if
there.
any of them have a problem, they're gonna call me.
Wait, he's like, okay, my kids, they're arguing today. And you know what I said? What was the very first thing I told him, Heidi? I said,
the very
hey,
first thing?
I said, hey, kids.
I told you to
boys,
say that to
figure
them.
it out. I said, figure it out.
You were yelling at him before, and I said, I don't even want to deal with it. Just
Okay,
tell him to figure
so
it out.
figure it out. And guess what? They didn't figure it out. Okay, so that's when the daddy comes in. See, the president, he goes to the governors, goes like, there's 50 of you guys. Figure it out. I'm for states' rights. As the president, as the person in charge of the executive branch, the president said, I give you power, all 50 of you.
But now he's saying, hey, churches are essential.
Snap.
Churches are essential, Governor.
Snap to it.
Let your people go to church.
When
let
I
them
work in
worship.
television, okay, I work in television, okay, I'm a cameraman in television. There's like 15 of us on headsets. You got audio, you got guys switching, you got camera guys, you got people free, you got the director, okay. There's all kinds of people that we work with. And you know what? There's the snappers. They are the snappers. Snap to it.
You're
You know,
kind of a snapper.
I'm a snapper. You know, I'd probably, if I was a director on
That's
TV,
how you
I would be a
get
snapper.
me out of the house. You
But you know,
snap at me all
but
day
the
long.
snappers, okay, there's a cadence when you're directing TV. Okay, when you watch it, you don't even know this,
There's a
especially when you're
rhythm.
watching live TV, especially when you're watching live sports, live anything. There's a rhythm to how long you learn this from working with and watching really good directors. Boom. There's a boom. There's a way to do it. And you know what? That's what the president does. He gives you an opportunity to step in rhythm. Boom. When this thing starts opening up, he snaps to it and says, guys, be your own sovereign governor. You know, you're sovereign over your own state. Exercise the
Yeah.
power within you.
Exercise
You
your
have been
sovereignty.
sworn into this position. You took
Yeah.
an oath
Listen
to
to your
represent the people.
people.
Listen to the people.
And see what
what
they
does
want.
the president do? He says, I will give you your rightfully given authority, and I'm not gonna be daddy until today. And today he was daddy, and he says, you know what?
You're violating the Constitution.
Enough.
And these people, and you consider abortion clinics and
Liquor stores?
liquor stores essential,
Those are essential?
but not houses of worship.
Are you out of
Think
your
of how
mind?
backwards
Are
our
you
world.
out
Yeah,
of
it's
your
like
mind?
literally like left is right, right is up is down. Yeah,
So,
there he is.
should we give him some volume?
Yes, give him some volume.
Oh,
Oh.
I gave him. Oh, see, dang it, man, I'm messing it up. See, that's what happens. See, this is
This is whack.
Yeah, this is whack.
Brian's whack.
Stupid, man.
Must have been alcohol in the ginger beer.
Probably. Look at these. Okay, you know what it is though? I'm telling you, I know why people wear glasses like this now. Okay.
I don't
First
know.
of all-
Brian, I think actually ginger does give you energy, doesn't it? Isn't it like a natural energy? Because you do seem a little energized.
It's
You-
sugar.
You seem like
it's
you got,
pure,
and there
straight
is
up
sugar in there,
man. It's
You
just
did-
straight up calories,
You put the
man.
glasses and all of a sudden
But-
you like had all this energy.
But you know what though? It's the glasses. I'm telling you right now.
The glasses are making you feel more cool.
Well, there's an element of
I
cool.
wear
You know, there's an element of
sunglasses.
cool. I'm just, you know, when you, come on now. These are just cool. Look at them. They're called the Solar Shields, and you can get them. You
At
can
the
get
99 cent store?
them. No, they're not the 99-cent store. These are more expensive.
I
than
think
that.
your funny TA sting bat must have been alcohol. That just made me laugh.
I was
That was
I was
funny.
kind of like I was wondering, but this is I gotta take another swig of this.
It's ginger beer. Ginger. We don't drink alcohol. Brian and I are alcohol free.
I have in the past. I was once upon a time a wine steward at a restaurant, a fine dine restaurant near the Ontario airport. That was a short time, but that was fun. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. The job was I was a waiter, and I used to cook tableside at a restaurant. I would cook all these, and I'd catch things on fire. But
Flambe.
flambe, yes, we
Did
would.
you have a French accent?
Oui. I would go, oui. And people go, whoa, dude, you're the funniest looking brown French dude. Anyways, I,
Get your story out. Stalling.
well, we had to learn how to pair the wines that were on the wine list with everything that was on the menu. So
In order
we
to
have the
sell it.
chef. Yeah, that's proper. That's how you should learn how to. If you're a waiter, you should be able to the power of suggestion. I should be able to suggest anything that's on the wine list, and it was fun because you could tell it was a crazy restaurant because it was a nice restaurant, and people that were regulars, you saw people coming in there without their wives. I was like, are you out of your mind, dude? I'm just like, oh, dude, whatever, okay. Just pretend like nothing's going on. I was just cooking in front of them. I was like, whoa, dude, you were just here 2 days ago, but I'm just, catch the dinner on fire, just do my thing, man. There was, but
Oh, Ting Bat was saying she was all red on the TV behind you. Oh, I didn't see it. I should have looked. Who's that dude?
oh, dude,
Oh, this is the Blaze.
I can't do the Blaze. Sorry.
I can't because they are not woke enough on the Blaze. They're just not.
You know
Oh,
what?
Anne's a little more woke. Come on, come on, Chanel Ryan. Come on.
Where?
OAN right
No, I
there.
don't want to go to OAN. We got to go to CNN.
Oh, I know. Fake news. We haven't checked into fake news for a long time. I got to see what the narrative is today. I haven't heard what the new. What are they saying about the churches? Are they saying that Trump's going to kill everybody because he's letting the people in the churches? I haven't heard. Got to check in with the fake news.
It's
Checking
all a ploy of the president to kill all the worshipers of faith.
in. I know.
Because now,
'Cause he really is
well,
evil.
I'm just gonna say we should be dead now because about 3 weeks ago, people were telling us, "I hope you die.
I hope you die, you
I hope you die."
protesters.
Okay, that was really funny. Okay, I gotta say that was one thing that was
I'll
kind
be
of funny.
dead
Is looking
in
at
2
the
weeks.
remarks. I don't have time to look at all the remarks because
The remarks.
they're
Comments.
like comments,
That was very
whatever remarks.
old-fashioned of you.
The remarks, because
The remarks.
I used to read the newspaper. Okay, this is how old I am, and this is oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. But Ann Landers, I never read her article, but every once in a while, I'd skim on Sundays, I'd look at Ann Landers, and what was her? She had a sister. There were sisters that used to write. And
Nancy?
No.
I don't know.
They used to. It was a feedback column. It was like
Dear Abby?
No.
I don't know.
Abby was her sister.
Oh.
So Ann Landers. Anyways, there were two of them.
This is boring. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking. See, no. See, there we go. There is the generational divide.
He's
right
old.
there.
He's
I'm old, and
man.
Heidi's like. So did you? Okay, tell me again how boring it was. It's dumb, huh?
I just don't know who Ann Landers is.
I know, man. It's boring.
I just don't know. I just don't know what the story was, where we were going with that.
Well, you said I had the remarks.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you
We
for
got to
the
keep you on track. You go so many tangent holes.
No,
You
but
go
I'm talking
little
about
rabbit
remarks
holes,
because
rabbit
it's like
tangent holes.
because it's.
You literally went on a tangent because of the word
it
remark.
isn't. No, because you said that's like old. Okay, there's old farts out there. You're talking to old. Okay, the generational thing. There's nobody your age here, Heidi. Well, I guess there's some.
Tessa's
here.
younger than me.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, you're lucky. That's about it. The rest of them are old farts, just like me. You're all oldies. You're all oldies.
How old are you, T.A. Sting?
Just so you know, I just turned 50. You know, and I feel like I'm about 60. But that's just on the inside. I'm like Bruce Lee. I bruise on the inside, not on the outside. You'll never know.
Do you know what
I'm just
Audrey would
busting
say?
up. What's up?
She would say, Dad, age is just a number, except actually it's a word. I think that's her joke. Did you hear her say that?
No,
Does that make sense?
it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Even from a little kid, it's not funny. See, I'm brutal
I
like
think
that. If my kid told me that and she came and told me that, I might laugh. But
Stingbat 63.
63.
Oh, 53?
53.
Can't decide how old you are, Stingbat. How do you not know how old you are? Is it 53 or 63? I can't figure it out. Wow, I missed your notification. I was reading and watching lots of info. Well, then thank you, Tim. You're here to report for us. We need your report because, well, I mean, I read a little bit today, but I bet you sound like you've been doing a lot of reading. So tell us, give us a little something to chew on.
But there's a lot that went on. I got to talk one thing. I have to. Is we have to talk about, first of all, I went off on, I got to put the glasses on because it's bright in here. We got like.
I know you look kind of cool in the glasses, actually.
You know what? It makes me think better because I'm not squinting my eyes. Okay, check this out. The second video was Kaylee, the new. Okay, she's a
Mechanic?
boss. Okay, I was
yes,
complaining
you-
about her. I
yes,
was
you
complaining
were.
about her
So
because she's kind of weak.
Correct yourself.
And she was like, when I say weak,
She was.
I'm gonna get in trouble
she's
for
just
saying this.
nervous. She's just a little nervous.
Okay. It's
That's
hard. It's hard to fill the shoes that have been left by Sarah Huckabee Sanders because she is the boss to me. Like she is my favorite.
She was pretty freaking rad.
She was pretty.
Like
hard.
you.
So that is what
but
I'm.
you know why? You know why Sarah was so good? Because she conveyed confidence. Because you didn't get nervous for her. You
Nope.
knew that no matter what they threw at
She was in
her, she
control.
was prepared. She was in control of the room. She was in control. She did not ever seem flustered.
And they talk trash. On
Yes.
her,
Oh
too.
my gosh. And
They-
she
she
just
took it.
stood up there like a mountain, like a rock, and she was like, "Yo,
Firm.
She's like-
firm.
throw it at me. I'm prepared."
Love her. And that's who you. I'm sorry. That's who you got to measure against, Kaylee. Kaylee McKinney. Kaylee, you know your
It's
name.
not that hard.
McKinney.
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 Kaylee McKinney. Now spelling it's another
Hey,
game.
have to make it a limerick.
A limerick.
Limerick.
Kaylee McKenney. She sounds like she's an Irish one.
She sounds like she's a pretty thing, isn't she? She's a little pretty thing up there.
She's a little Barbie up
Oh
there.
no, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. She's a pretty girl, but you know what?
She's not as hot as me though.
No, see, I'm not even talking about that. See, you have to go there. It's
Just
okay.
kidding.
It's okay. My thing is, I just didn't like her delivery.
Oh, Electric Sheep. I didn't catch that. Electric Sheep says, I like how Kaylee addressed Chanel Ryan by her first name today, giving OAN some recognition props. Wow, I didn't realize that.
Thank you, Electric Sheep. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know.
Wait,
let me read Tim's comment. I watched a video on the corporation and it has floored me. I knew most of it, but the video laid it out so amazing. So much fits into what happened. Drop the link in for me, Tim, so I can check it out later.
So we can all check it out.
Yeah, I would love to check it out because you're a deep researcher. I love you always.
The Corporation of the United States of America, all caps. It's pretty cool. It's very cool.
And I love seeing you on Facebook, Tim. Like I love it when you check in my posts and give me support. So thank you. You guys are my friends.
Am I your friend, Heidi? Do I check in on your post?
I always laugh when you do. I was like, oh, friends liking my posts. You don't because you don't want to be that couple. Like I like all my wife's posts, and I'm like, I know, and I don't really look at yours either.
I don't even look at your
we
stuff.
Don't look at
you know why? Because if anything, I'm gonna be critical. I'm not gonna be.
I know. I'll be like,
that's the problem. I'm like,
your meme. It wasn't that
what
funny.
the heck was that?
I know.
So we don't really look at each other's stuff. And it's weird
I don't want to hear what he has to say.
But a lot of times when I see your stuff, I'm like, what the heck? You didn't put it on the page? What the freak?
And then sometimes you see my stuff and you're like, honey, that was good writing. I'm proud of you. Sometimes
I'm
you tell
always
me that.
impressed when I think it's not your writing. Because when I think it's not your writing, that's good. Because I know it's your
Because you
writing.
think it sounded too good?
No, I'm not going to say because you'll never plagiarize. It's just when I say it, I don't think it's your writing. I'm like, I'm impressed. I'm like, wow. Didn't know you had that in you.
Thank you.
So, and I am not easily impressed. If you do garbage,
We know.
Oh,
Everybody,
man.
this audience knows, Brian. You're like super critical, and you're like,
well, you have to be, because I used to read people like Billy Crystal. It's like, really? Why did I read that garbage? I used to read all kinds of stuff, but it's just like
Bill Crystal.
Bill Crystal.
Bill Crystal.
Bill Crystal.
I was like, not sure what you meant.
From WAPO.
Thanks, Tim, for the link. I am 55 years old. Look at you. Double nickels, 5'5". That's cool.
Hey, all you guys out there.
Everything means something.
All you oldies out there. You know what? Ann Landers sucks. So does Dear Abby. That's from Heidi Vea. I'm just telling you. She doesn't even know what it is. She's like, that's boring.
I know.
And I say that because it's funny. Because you know what? That's what not that I read it, but I knew what it was. I'd see it. And occasionally I'd read it and I was like, wow, that's why I don't read it, man. That's just like a little bit too sappy for me. Because it was always like, I got in this argument with my sister, and she lives in Cleveland, Ohio, and she doesn't really like the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we got an argument, and now LeBron is in Laker town now. I was like, you know what? That was lame. I ain't got time for that. I don't got time for that. And I was like, I cannot believe I just read that stupid story and a stupid response.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Our time is short now these days. These days are, it's like we have so much fluff in our lives. We do have to try to really like spend most of our day filling it with pertinent information, positive things. Yeah.
You know how I can tell my days are short? Because they literally, actually my sleeping patterns are very short. I get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep, it seems. If I'm lucky, I'll catch up and I'll catch a little bit of Z's in a day. But right now, I don't sleep much because I find myself, I wake up at the same time, which is about 6:37 every day. But it's the time I go to sleep is usually around 2 or 3 in the morning. And it's not like I'm doing anything exciting. It's usually just reading.
Because you don't want to stop reading.
And I cannot, it's as if, and my body responds to the point, this happened when we were doing like looking for posts. I remember this when it was like going crazy. When I say it was going crazy, when it was like probably about a year and a half ago. When, anyways, that is the same thing happened back then. Is I got no sleep, but yeah, I can't wait to wake up to see what I've missed in the 3 hours that I closed my eyes. That's how it is. I'm like, wow, okay, I'm ready. I'm here. What's going on? No, and it is. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, the president just tweeted 13, 14, 15, 16 minutes ago. It's like, whoa,
and
I'm
he
on it.
tweeted
I'm on
10
it.
times already.
I'm all over that. All over that. Going back to Kaylee. Kaylee called them out. Those stupid reporters.
Oh, yeah.
The stupid mainstream media reporters. Would they ever freaking do their job? You're so freaking fake. What the heck? Do you guys need to be told what your jobs are? The president has been giving you freaking big pieces of meat, of raw meat, because you guys are so...
further exposes
appetite.
that they literally aren't journalists.
Yes.
Because they aren't asking the most interesting
oh my gosh.
questions.
Does anybody want to have a promotion?
Exactly. It's the craziest story right now. And
It's not a promotion that they'd get, because if they ask that question, guess what's going to happen to them? Hillary Clinton's going to come back from the dead. She's going to come out and she's going to say, put a hit on that journalist right there because he asked a mean question. So
he asked a mean question.
He asked a question
Kill
that made
him.
us look. Okay, did you
Kill
see
him.
Clapper? Look at Clapper. Look up that video of Clapper.
I haven't
Clapper's
seen
in
it
an
yet.
interview.
You told me about
we
it.
have
Okay.
to look that up.
Okay.
I don't know where it's at, but Clapper's in an interview. It's a
Find it right
two
now.
screen. It's a two screen.
Find
and
it.
in the middle of the interview, the
CNN or
reporter
what?
starts. It was a CNN interview, yeah, and he starts asking questions. I was like, "Whoa!" CNN's actually acting as if they're a legitimate
News
source of the news, and I was like, "Wow!" Look at CNN trying to act like they're good. No, they asked the question, and it looked like somebody at the house that he was doing the interview at just flipped the kitchen light off. It was like, nope. Look it up.
Let me see if I can
That's
find
just
it.
from like yesterday. Just nope, not a year ago. It happened. It was like the last 2 days. So go to filter.
Let's try that. No
Nope.
results.
Go to this week.
Where'd you see it on Twitter?
Twitter sphere. Right there. The second one.
This one right here?
Yep.
Okay, so asking for names.
I gotta put it on the other screen.
The glasses, actually, they make me look like I am one of the men in black.
Oh my gosh, Fred, stop. You're scaring me.
I know, man. I'm just...
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Unmasking in and of itself, nothing wrong with that. Leaking classified information, and by definition, these phone calls were classified. That's a problem, correct?
Absolutely, it is.
And if anyone did leak the contents of these conversations with or without the name, that would be a problem, yes? We've lost the shot.
Oh
I wonder
my
if we can at least
gosh.
get him on the phone
Wow.
to finish this. Let's try to get Director Clapper back.
That
All right,
was
we're gonna
weird.
work on getting that shot back.
No,
But
pause
joining
it.
me now,
That's all. I love it when the tough questions are asked. I don't even know who this hack is that's asking the questions, but somehow he's trying to pretend like he's a real reporter, and he asked a real question, and Clapper didn't know how to answer it, and obviously he was like, cut the feed.
Wow.
We don't need to be looking like a clown like that, man. So
That was crazy. That was interesting.
what else is going on in the news today, Heidi?
And I'm looking at the comments. Four Corners is sharing a link to a video on the Smith Month Act.
Put it up. See how long it is. It's 39 minutes. Go ahead and watch it, guys. Oh, there we go.
Playing?
America is the place where anyone can rise.
Or no?
And here,
That's a
on
long
this
video.
I know, but do
land,
you
on
hear
this
the audio?
soil,
Oh.
on this continent,
Okay.
the most incredible dreams come true. This nation is our canvas, and this
Check that out.
country.
Thanks, Four Corners.
Okay, talking about that, let's go into that just a little bit. The Organic Act of 1871 is done, right? Some of the things that are going to happen as a result of the United States no longer being a corporation, and we see that the presidential seal is not on. We talked about this. Like, who's a genius that told us that? It was like Tim. Was it you, Tim?
Tim was talking about it.
It was Tim that was talking about it. Yeah, you were telling us like that's the. And I, for some reason, thought it was an unsealing, and I was even like talking about it like that, and I was completely off with that. Anyways, the Corporation of the United States of America, which the presidential seal represents, when it's always before the president of the United States, is no longer there. Hasn't been there for a while. You see the White House. It's not a seal, just a White House
Well,
label.
This is the White House.
A locator. Because of this, I believe, and maybe Tim will confirm this, is that there has to be an election within 100 days.
Oh.
The president right now is not acting as the president. He's the commander-in-chief. Everything's military right now. I think this is right.
I forgot about that.
So, because of that, there has to be election, and it has to be sooner than later. It's got to be within 100 days. The president, again, is not the president.
So is that in the Constitution?
I don't know if it's in that video, if that's covered. But Tim, you're the I think you're kind of the authority on this in the group
at
that we're
least,
talking
yeah.
amongst us, because
We don't know.
I wouldn't. I'm gonna have to watch that video. I look forward to watching that video.
Yeah, that's one you'll watch.
Yes, I totally will. And I don't watch a whole lot of things, but that is totally something I want to watch. Thanks, Tim.
And then what was the other one? The other video was on
Hand me that.
Tim posted a video. That was the one the Four Corners posted. And then Tim posted a video about the corporation that we need to watch. So anyone else in the chat that wants to learn, these guys are deep researchers that have shared things with us that are
You might be loud.
oh, do you don't have your headphones on?
I've got my headphones on. You're loud.
Oh, okay. I would recommend what those guys have dropped, checking those things out. Oh, Tim says it's only 5 minutes. Let's watch it then.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know. Put it on.
Let me see. I gotta put my glasses back on. I really can't see. I'm really blind. This one.
So Lit Mobile just sent me this solar wireless battery pack. I'm excited. Let's see what's inside. I really like the build. It's got hand grips on the side. It's shock.
For 5 points, what is the name of that song that was just being played? And who's the composer?
I couldn't hear it, so.
Oh, no, that's right.
But you can ask the audience.
I am. To the audience. There's a couple of you out there. What was the song that was just being played in the video, the Act of 1871? The United States is a corporation. There are 2 constitutions. Yes, there are 2 constitutions. And we now are not under the Constitution, but under the corporation Constitution. Let's watch it.
Okay. I'm
And this
working on it. It's taking me forever.
And I think the name of the song
I don't
is
love this streaming software.
Moonlight Sonata. I don't know what that is. I was just kidding around. I don't know anything.
Okay. Why isn't this working? How do I? What's the name of the video? I'll just type it. The Act
of 1871. The United States is a corporation. Keep on scrolling down. 2 constitutions. That could be it right there.
Look at the thumbnail. Sorry.
Good.
The
That's not blue. That's not blue, Moonlight Sonata. That is.
That is. Dun, dun, that is Moonlight Sonata.
Oh, it is. By.
Dun, 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 Beethoven. Dun, dun.
I just went flat there.
Here it is. I think this is it.
Yes, Liberty presents. Yes. We're in.
Is this it? He said you have to slow it down a little bit just to read it. All right. I think
That's the preamble. We know what that is. Organic Constitution.
Okay.
Just let it go. That was pretty cool. Pretty good stuff there.
You're gonna need to clean this. Okay.
To make us look younger, I like to put Vaseline over the camera. Just give it a little soft.
Softening of our wrinkles.
So yeah, it's an old trick.
It's an old TV trick. It's an old trick of the trade.
Yes, it's how we make everybody look better.
Okay. Yes. FYI, I did not make this.
That's all good. It's all
Tim
information.
Put
It's
the
rad.
link to you or YouTube in the chat so I can follow you.
Very informative. That was very cool. Wow. I guess anyone's understanding of this right here will put
There's
them in
no.
a
I
position.
think we're mute. Are we on mute still? I didn't hear us at all.
Can you? Hello. Now you can hear us.
Yeah,
Okay.
you had it muted.
Sorry.
Oh, well, you missed what we said.
We didn't say anything important.
Anyway. I was trying to read the comments. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And Tim, weren't you going to make something with puppets? I remember you talking about that. Did you ever do that?
It's okay.
Electric Sheep says, what about the Articles of Confederation never being replaced by the Constitution? And that both exist in tandem. One for federal jurisdiction, one for nation states. I am not well versed on that. I don't know. Do you know about that?
Replaced by the Constitution that both exist in tandem. So there's not one that's over. They have both always been in place, and they've been both.
And do they
used.
contradict each other, or what?
And what's the purpose? Is the purpose?
Yeah.
To
What did they
use-
get out of it?
It's always been weird to me, and it was exposed when George Herbert Walker Bush. When George Herbert Walker Bush went to the UN to get permission. When he went to the UN to get permission to go into Iraq, rather than going to
That
Congress.
was very symbolic.
Oh gosh, it was total.
To the New World Order.
So that was he was showing his allegiance, and I remember going, "Wow, that's." And I guess it's the same. I guess when you have a body that's, I mean, what's the purpose of the UN? Again, what is the freaking purpose of the UN? So there's a battle going on, say halfway around the world. Let's just everybody weigh in. I've got a great idea. Let's the whole world weigh in on their freaking little struggle that's happened. See, the UN has always been
UN is
bogus to
evil.
me. Always been bogus.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I guess it's find the best law that fits fits the argument that you're having at the current time. Is that what the purpose of keeping both of them in existing in tandem? Electric sheep.
I'll have to look that up because I don't know about that electric sheep. I am not familiar with the Articles of Confederation.
You should be.
I know, but I don't think I am because I went to public school. We didn't learn a whole lot. I don't remember learning a whole lot. Maybe one or a couple days on explaining the government. I don't remember.
Public schools. Okay, here are some of the things that I learned in public schools. Let's see here. I learned in pottery
Color
class.
within the lines.
In pottery class, I was supposed to be spinning clay on wheels, but instead I said, "Hey, I feel like making horses or somebody running." I was like, that was fun.
That was your favorite part of public school? Was pottery class?
Art class. I liked art class because the teacher, I had an art teacher. She liked what I did.
She thought you were skilled?
Yes. So she just gave me the key to the supply room. She's like, "Hey, You just keep yourself busy and make sure you come out and produce
Is this
some.
the same teacher that gave you the keys to her car to buy donuts?
Yes.
During class?
Well,
That was the
everyone.
80s.
This was the 80s. She had a Camaro, and it was a new Camaro, and she goes, "Okay." I said, "Hey, if I round up some money and we put some money together, can one of us go run and get donuts from the store?" And she, her name was Mrs. Hanson at Altaloma High School.
Okay, you don't need to get this.
Hey, I got to. I don't care. She's rad. She was my teacher.
Okay.
And I remember coming back to class and bagging on her, saying, "What the heck? Your boyfriend sheds hair all over the place," and just thinking I was really funny, but I had hair all over. She travels with her dog, obviously, somewhere in a new car, and then she had hair. Anyways, and we all had donuts. We got 24 donuts, and we all had a great time. That was public school.
Oh, and that's even Q Post 1871. Oh, that's cool. The World Bank is the ones running the corporation, Rothschild. Mossad. Check out Q Post 1871.
Thanks, Tim Alexander. I like that.
Okay. Keep us on track, Tim.
And I love that it's Q Post 1871.
On purpose. There are no coincidences.
There are no coincidences.
They have a plan.
Tim, how long have you been following the Q Post? And I'm not doing that, and I hate... Okay. Tim, when you're Hawaiian, one of the things that Hawaiians do is they go around... Right, Heidi? And what do we do in the first...
When you meet someone that says they're Hawaiian...
In the first
because,
half an hour of the conversation, what's going to happen?
Because it's... the Hawaiian race has been diluted so much. The Hawaiian Islands have been...
You did your part too, Heidi.
Yeah.
I
so everyone always asks,
I was going after. I was messing
how
up
much
the
Hawaiian are you? Like, they want to know the percentage. Like, how much Hawaiian are you? How much Hawaiian? Yeah. That's what they always say. So it's always a contest to see who's...
It's not a contest. It's kind of like...
How Hawaiian are you as a contest? Yeah, it's a contest.
And ultimately, I was like, well, my uncle King Kamehameha, he's the guy. I'm uncle. He's the king. Yeah, I'm
Anyways,
Hawaiian. I'm 100% Hawaiian.
If you can, prove that you're more Hawaiian than someone else, then you're cooler somehow. I guess
that's kind of what the Q question is. When I ask people, I'm trying to find out how cool they are.
How cool are you?
How cool are you? And
how long?
It's like if you've only been around for okay. So when somebody comes at me, is like, I'm just learning Q, and I was like, I'll pat him on the head. I'll go, that's very nice of you to be learning it. No, I don't do that. It's not like that at all. I'm just kidding around. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Here's 1871. Okay, so it has Mossad at the top. That's what you see right there in the parentheses. And Mossad is basically like Israel's CIA.
Intelligence.
Is that?
So intelligence.
But I mean, bad intelligence. Like, our CIA is evil,
Yes.
and theirs is okay.
Equal.
And then it says alt plus U.S. media. So alternative media. Is that what that means? I don't know. Alt plus U.S. media, U.S. politicians.
Okay. That's the structure.
And then there's 2 blank names.
Wow.
Those who scream the loudest, find the connections. 1111. Primary affiliate A, affiliate B, affiliate C. Marching to the same beat. Coincidence. Logical thinking. So I think this has to do with it has to do with mainstream media. It's the mainstream media command structure. It's teaching us. Q's teaching us here.
That's where they get their marching orders from.
Q is teaching us in this post how fake and the news is. How it really is legitimately controlled by the government.
That's what's right. Okay, Q is only one level of anything. There's so many people that are woke that have been woke way longer than I have. So I have not been researching as long as a lot of people. I know my existence.
That's right in the beginning. I mean, it was October.
I started researching in December 2017.
Yeah, you were right there.
Yeah, you're right there. That's right there. That's like the very beginning.
Yeah.
I'm researching these things. See, I haven't. We were Heidi and I were researching for about a year and a half before.
About
a year and a half before.
Pizzagate and false flags.
False flags in Sandy Hook. Once we were woke on that, we're like, oh my gosh,
easy.
What kind of world do we live in? And we just started going nuts.
And then you just can't get enough, because you have to understand. That's what I learned, is the desire to understand how it all works. Because it's like, I see the evidence, I see the pictures, I see the video,
and then Tim, if you were there in December 2017, then and nobody knew what Q was still. Yeah. We were still trying to we're like, okay, this person's like leading us to some truth. That's cool.
Well, and it was the Socratic method, so it was like,
we're still learning.
It was it was a fun. In the beginning, I felt like it was really fun because the questions were laid out where you could just take each question and just look it up, and then look up the next question and go, okay.
It was
and
learning.
Then you fit it in like little puzzle pieces, and it was just
for everybody that was there. For if you were there that early, which you were, Tim, and you were with it.
Were you on? He was probably on. Were you on the Calm Before the Storm?
Yeah,
on Reddit.
Were you in Reddit?
Before it got shut down? The Great Awakening, whatever it was called.
It was the Great Awakening. That
was the place where everybody was.
It was the Calm Before the Storm, and then it became the Great Awakening.
And then it became the Great Awakening.
But there was a lot of research that was going on there, and people were going
that was
right
like
to
the main place to go. Yeah, everybody was taking stuff from the Chans and dropping it there, but that was like
back and forth. It was going.
I remember when it got up to like 40,000 people, and we were all like going, "Whoa! Look how many people are here right now!" We were excited about 40,000 people, and now we're in the millions.
It was a party. It was there was a party atmosphere of learning.
I can't believe this is happening, and also
the learning was. It was like I've never been at a place where everybody was bringing their research and just dumping it and going. And then if it was stupid, people were like, "That's stupid. Get out of here with that crap."
Or
if it was rather like flawed, it would go right to the top, and they're like, "Look at this guy. Look what they did." And it's like, and we'd be like, "Oh, you're so smart." Take their crap and just freaking make it yours. Put your name all over. Make a meme. I came up with
all the infographics. People were amazing.
It was rad. People were making memes.
People are so amazing. Like the people that put these infographics together and these
mind blowing.
Hilarious. Who made the Q map? I want to know who made the Q map.
Oh, that was White Hats. That's been in the makings for a long time.
I know, but I'm just saying it's
you don't have to know. There's some geniuses.
I know. I look forward to meeting all these people.
You really don't, because there's some dork who's just a genius.
You don't want to meet the dork?
I just want somebody who's funny. I want to meet somebody. If they're funny, like Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is hilarious. That guy's on the president's staff. That guy's hilarious. That guy's funny. I want the guys that make me laugh. And if you can do it by typing, even more genius. If you can do something, whoever's saying, "Okay, President, I think we should troll," and President's like, "That's a great idea." That's the genius right there, because trolling on that level. Man, that teaches us how to troll. That's why we're so dumb, Heidi. Because the president is showing, like, guys, these guys are fake news. I give you full. You can really go after them. Go after them.
The thing about trolling is troll is only good when it's true. Like, that's what makes trolling. Is truth. It's really easy to troll the left.
And humor. If you can make them laugh too.
But that's the thing. Humor is only good because there's truth in all humor.
I made a lefty troll. I made a lefty tranny laugh because I told her that I identified as a white guy. I forgot. I did not ask for
proper pronouns.
The pronouns. Okay, I did not ask him, but anyways, I made him laugh.
Cracked a smile.
Because I said that, first of all, he was a white dude, and I was like, hey, I identify as a white dude, and when I did that, and like all the doors would open for me because I was like, yo, I'm white, and it was like, you get the white discount because all white people know what the white discount is, right? You guys know what the white discount is? All you gotta do is like wink your eye, 20% off right there. Anyways, I told the tranny that, and the tranny didn't laugh, but smiled like, you got me. I was like, yeah, I did, because it's stupid, huh? Okay. It's dumb.
Tim says, my brother passed away Thanksgiving weekend 2017, and I was mentally distracted by all of that. I made 3 trips from KC to Colorado Springs to handle his affairs. I started watching because my sister asked what I thought about Q in December. Oh, so your sister introduced to you.
Awesome.
See, I love hearing these stories. So it was your sister then that taught you or showed you Q? That's rad. If that's what you're saying. And I wonder how your sister found Q. I wouldn't have found Q if it wasn't for Brian. I wasn't on any interesting places on the internet, I don't think.
Well, Reddit, I wasn't even in Reddit. I was just in the Chans. I don't know why I was hanging out in the Chans.
You had been in there for a long time.
I know, but to be right there and poll
He doesn't. When I say he was in the Chans, you would lurk in the Chans.
I'm not.
He was never a poster. In the
I
Chans.
never posted. I never commented.
But I remember you always showing me things in there. Like,
look at this.
Look at this crazy stuff.
It was the memes. I was there because it was funny.
So, my memory from 2017. Is that
Don Lemon?
I don't know.
Sorry.
My memory from 2017 when it all happened is that the people, I don't know, when I say the people, it just seemed like kind of like the leaders, whoever was making the, I guess it was people that were on 8chan or 4chan running it originally, right? Weren't they the ones saying, wait, we need to have, weren't they the ones that actually created Calm Before the Storm on Reddit? Because so more normies could easily navigate. That was kind of the designated, if I remember correctly, that was the designated place to go to drop, like, for the people to grab stuff from the Chans to drop it into Calm Before the Storm on Reddit. Isn't that what was happening?
I don't know if it was created that way, but
we
that's
all
what
were like, it was like everybody was like new to go there. And then in there, we all said, okay, when this gets shut down, let's go here.
Yes.
And we were all kind of, so it seemed like, because you're saying I didn't follow anyone before that or whatever, but there wasn't anyone to follow. There wasn't anyone to follow until
when we got to Twitter
a few months later. Then there was like
when the video
that was all the QTubers started and all the people started.
When Joe M came out with the video, his first video that he came out, Q Plan Save the World. When he came with that, that's when I really started following Joe M on Twitter. Joe M was coming up with the post, man. Joe M is an insider like no other insiders.
But that was like maybe 6 months into Q, right?
I
know Joe's his very first tweet was in December 2017, but we didn't find him then. It wasn't until his YouTube video that we found him. But yeah, there wasn't really anyone in particular to follow in the beginning. Like not when you people started covering Q on YouTube, and then it all just grew from there. But it really was Reddit. That's really where people were at. That's where everybody was. Like that's where you went.
That's where
you went, and it was the most exciting days.
It was pretty fun.
Some of the most exciting days of my life.
It was fun.
The first video I remember watching was Dustin Nemo's video. Okay. My sister asked me because we did a lot of other research together, including FE. Oh, okay. Wait, what's FE? What's FE?
Federal.
No, I don't know.
Executive.
I don't know what FE is. What you're talking about?
First.
False
elite,
flags.
False.
No, not false flags.
Freaking.
Frequencies? No.
Filibuster.
When I started understanding Q, I got deeper into it. I'm reading your comments backwards. Sorry. When I started understanding Q, I got deeper into it. Yeah. I loved how Q was, I don't know, like the first few posts to me weren't really confusing. They were really just teaching about the world that we live in and kind of how it's structured. And it was, and then there would be a lot of posts that were like, what the heck does that mean? And we had to learn what abbreviations meant.
For me, it was the first trip out of the United States when I started.
My name is Nobody. What's up, Glenn? Hey, Glenn. How's it going? Are you just showing up right now? I didn't see you earlier. They want to talk flat Earth? You guys want to talk flat Earth? I've watched a few videos on it. I don't know a whole lot. It just seems like a distraction a little bit. Like I'm like...
What?
To like dig into flat Earth.
How is truth a distraction?
It's not, I mean, I just kind of am focused. I just feel like I want to focus on the current events.
I can talk about flat Earth because the Earth is
flat. That soda got flat a little bit.
I don't. The thing about truth is once you find truth, you just kind of, it's true. It's like, I don't have to go there anymore. I believe that JFK Jr. is alive. I don't care. I'll tell people that. I have no problem saying that. Either. And
flat Earth. FE. Of course. I'm so stupid. Why didn't we pick up on that?
I was trying to think like feral elephants or feral.
Okay, so that's cool. You and your sister were researching flat Earth together.
So
that's
are you guys flat earthers, Tim? Because I am.
He said flat stationary. Right. Remember?
Yes, I don't remember who says what or who does what or who is.
And it looks like Glenn is a flat earther too.
Well, very cool. Why you're making a lot of noise
sorry.
like that? That's rocking.
Sorry about that. It's not cane.
I don't know. I was going to say something earlier, but then you just
flat Earth.
No, it was before flat Earth. But flat Earth is flat Earth. There's no curvature. You'd see a curvature from weather balloons. Weather balloons have gone up to 120,000 feet in the air. It's flat.
Okay, let's dive. Let me ask this question. Because you said someone was asking, like saying, I'm not trolling you, but what is the purpose?
What is the purpose of what?
Of teaching us that the Earth is round versus flat. What are they hiding by saying that? I want to understand that.
Well, if you have heard of what the explorers have found, like Admiral Byrd, if you've heard about the eyewitness accounts of people who have been flying and have seen something that's out of the ordinary, that's at the quote-unquote edge of what we believe is even something that Operation Paperclip and the Germans.
So do you think they're hiding what's happening at Antarctica? What's happening there?
A lot of my, I guess, the places where I have delved for truth. And this is completely for, I don't want to say it's entertainment, but it's not, I don't want to say it's pertinent to what's going on right now, but all truth is truth. But was whoever put the Q map together. Whoever put the Q, maybe I should, sorry.
Turn that up.
Whoever put the Q map together, and I know it wasn't just one person, it was a lot of people.
It was a team of people.
It was a team of people. But the places where I have researched and the places that I've gone to learn about Operation Paperclip, Antarctica, the treaty, the Antarctica Treaty, the fact that no...
Are they hiding what's on the moon? I don't know.
What do you mean, what's on the moon? The moon... Okay,
like, is that like lying to us about outer space? Is that to hide what's going on?
Okay, this is what I believe. This is what I believe.
Let's hear it.
I believe that the sky is a simulation. I believe that the sky is a calendar. I believe that when, in the Bible, when Moses, when he went into Egypt and learned about the stars. Abraham did the same thing. Abraham went into Egypt to learn about the stars. Jesus Christ, when Jesus Christ in his first 30 years, I believe he went and learned about the stars. The stars are a heavenly guide and a map, and it's a simulation. Even the moon. I mean,
I don't know what you mean when you say it's a simulation. What do you? It's literally.
It's not what you think it is. Like, it's not like if you look at the sky. Every single satellite that is rotating above the Earth is in a spatial orbit. I only know this from talking to the guys. I work at a TV station, and we satellite talk with the engineers about how these feeds that we would bring down, record, we would just talk about this kind of stuff. And they said, they would say like, there's only so high that we can go. And these aren't those kinds of engineers. These are like TV station engineers. Anyways, we would start discussing these kinds of things. And again, have we gone to the moon?
I don't think we have.
Have we, if we have gone to the moon, where's that
Tim
technology?
says the moon is a light bulb.
Yes. Thank you, Tim.
I see. What does that mean?
That is a simulation. It is a light bulb.
So is it illuminating from the inside?
Well,
Or is the sun making it light up? Right? I don't know.
no, it gets its own light. It is its own light. It is not.
It has its own light from
it's
within.
its own source. It's its own source of light.
Oh.
There's
But there's a dark side of the moon.
Yes, it never sees. See, that is the big, like, how is there a part of the moon that rotates exactly with the rotation of the Earth? That's what they're telling us. Okay, they're telling us that the moon, this asteroid that is, a satellite of the Earth, is rotating around the Earth, and as it rotates, it does not. It stays still. With
Yeah.
the side that's facing
the
it.
moon doesn't rotate.
It always faces the sun.
The
same way. Whatever which way. I'm doing it around my head, like my head's the Earth. You know, You like that? My head's the Earth.
Tim says God created two lights separate. They make their own light. The light source of the moon is from inside and is charged by the sun. And Glenn says the Van Allen belt.
Yep, you can't get past the Van Allen belt. How the heck are we supposed to ever get to the moon if we've got this quote unquote Van Allen belt, also known as the firmament?
That's what
they've
the
been
Van Allen
trying-
belt is. The firmament.
No. Well, you can't get past it. We've never been able to pierce the firmament, and that's what we've been trying to do. And we've been able.
You mean like NASA's been trying to do that?
More
And
than NASA.
I understand
Everything
the
that
symbolism.
represents-
I understand kind of I watched a video and it kind of made sense to me. The symbolism of piercing the firmament has everything to do with
proving that God is a God.
that God can be that
we
man can duplicate what God can do.
Not
or
that man
something
that we
kind
can
of.
destroy God's creations. We're trying to say, look, you are not God. We can push the envelope to the point of proving that this dome that we live under, because that's what we believe it is, can be a creation of God can be thwarted. And when I say thwarted, it means can be destroyed. Like, yep, you couldn't do this.
Tim says the firmament is a plasma field. Interesting.
What about the other? The Bible does not.
What about the other planets and their
say-
moons?
Other planets in the creation story? I don't. It doesn't. Wow. See, we can speculate on a lot
Just
of
the
these
sun,
things.
moon, and stars, or not? It's planets. Yeah, who knows?
Who knows what the purpose is?
Exactly,
Is
or
it-
not even that, but when they've taught us in
it
school
like
that
this-
there's
is it-
planets, maybe there never
Is
is
it the
planets.
second
Maybe
hand?
they're all.
Is it telling you something? Is it? I mean, even the okay. If the moon was rotating, this is from what I understand. If the moon was rotating, if the sun.
I do remember the show Under the Dome. I never watched it.
I didn't watch it. I don't watch any Hollywood crap. Even though they try to teach us things and show us things, and
I like my background.
I hate Pluto. See, look at that. There are no coincidences. We got Pluto TV.
Remember? Okay, so that's the sun. So does that? So Tim, with that understanding, then you're saying that planets don't exist and it's just all stars? Is that what that means?
I've seen Saturn through.
Here he goes. He
telescope.
says the planets are the fallen angels who left their place. The planets are the fallen angels who left their place. I've seen Jupiter through a telescope. What am I looking at?
I
don't know.
I don't know what the sky. I don't know what the sky represents. But even when you're traveling through the desert, in the middle of the night, when I say the desert, when we're going through like the Mojave Desert, you can see the stars and it's nuts when there's no moon. What the heck am I looking at? I don't freaking know.
Oh, that's interesting. Tim says Satan said he would place his throne above God, and he did that by creating space in our minds. Interesting. See, Electric Sheep, I have a lot of questions too because I don't understand how this all works. Like, I really don't. But I'm open-minded enough to understand that we've been lied to by scientists and by the government and
That
by
was a weird
so.
sound.
Did I burp or something?
It sounded like it. It was
I
like,
think I did. I think I had a little burp.
That was cool.
Anyway, I'm open. I understand that we've been deceived on like so many different levels. So I
am open to learning.
I mean, like
and to finding
what
out
we
and
what we
examining.
think we see and what we think we understand about science and about nature and
Well,
about
see,
everything has been manipulated.
Once you wrap your mind around the government, who we should trust, right? And they have lied to us in one shape, one way, one form, then it opens up the floodgates to examine everything. It's like, what are they not? Okay, so if we never went to the moon, what have they been doing with all this money that they've been sending to NASA all these years?
And what about these stories that people tell of the things that are going on under the ground? I mean, the way they're messing with, well, that not only are I'm talking about from MK Ultra, people talking about remote viewing. I hear all these stories about people that can communicate, like
photographic memory.
No, but not even that.
They can gifts.
They can tap into each other's minds from different places on the freaking planet and read each other's minds. And these people are talking about this as a matter of fact, like this is what we do. We can remote view people and.
Well, they're trained that way. The CIA
so there are things and clearly things, knowledge, levels of knowledge and understanding about how the mind works.
This is what you got to understand also is it is in the interest of our government to do these things. Our government has put itself in the position. When I say our government, I'm talking about our intelligence agencies, the ABC agencies. You got the FBI, the CIA. The CIA has put themselves in a situation which not only are they trying to go out there and spy on the other countries, but they're also trying to create narratives and create stories and funnel money into
retarded.
Well, not just us, the world.
The world.
I mean, that's the way they manipulate what's going on in other countries as well. I mean, the propaganda machine is real, and for them to say something, I mean, we have to look no further than everybody wearing masks right now. That is a propaganda machine. Any way you look at that, it is a machine that's telling people that they have to wear masks, even though you don't have to. I went to the store today. I'm going back there again. I don't even care.
No, don't tell us.
Oh man, but it's nuts, guys. Do it. If you wear a MAGA hat and you live in an area, I don't know where you guys live. We are psyoped big. The people in Southern California, I can speak for Southern California and where we're at. These people are so mind controlled. When I go into a store, it's like 99% of the store, including all the workers, all the people that are in there, are wearing masks. I don't care if it's Home Depot, if it's a grocery store. It is nuts. And people are looking at me like I am the freak. Nuh-uh. You guys, please explain to me again why you're wearing the mask. Whatever. We don't even go in there. I'm done with that.
Speaking of, I mean, I really have not studied biblical creation like you're talking about, Tim. I think it's a fascinating topic. But seeing what you're talking about, the symbolism and stuff, I think is very, very interesting. And when I learned about the black cube symbolism and how that relates to Saturn, and Saturn, and it comes from the word Satan, and how the
planets, it's one of the planets.
The round thing in the middle makes a 3-dimensional cube, and that's where the black cube, and then you see the black cube worship with the Muslims, and then with the
Jews, the Muslims.
Yeah, they put the black cube on their head, and I just thought, oh my gosh, there's symbolism.
They've managed to sneak it into everything.
There's so much being spoken. Oh gosh, that Prince video I watched today. Holy crap.
You can talk about that. I gotta go use the restroom, Heidi.
I don't know anything about Prince, but I've heard.
You know what? Prince is woke.
Brian's always loved Prince, and he's always said things about Prince. Hearing that Prince is woke and all that stuff.
And Michael Jackson too.
And
both of them. They're both woke.
Yeah, and then maybe they faked their deaths.
They both faked their deaths. They're both alive, and they both had the money to do it. And they both operated in the system, but were operating outside of the system. They were that talented that they moved up in an industry which the gatekeepers had no control over these guys. And Prince and Michael Jackson managed to go in and fake their deaths. They're alive. These guys are both alive.
So I met this lady.
Period.
On the airplane. I met a lady. Her name was Elizabeth. I was flying back from Maui. I was sitting next to her, and we ended up talking. And it's interesting. It's interesting how you meet random people. Like seriously, I had the opportunity to get to know this lady because we were on the plane for 5 hours together. And as I'm going to my seat, I'm like, oh please let me sit next to someone cool since it's going to be 5 hours, And she was super cool. So, anyways, it was, and my point in saying is I really don't think there are any coincidences because I felt like this connection with her immediately. And we started, I could tell she was a truther. But she was like a truther in different ways than I was. More like ascension type of things. Anyway, she was a huge fan of Prince. And so I kind of asked her a few questions. I've kind of heard a little bit about Prince, but please tell me about what you know and understand about him and his knowledge of like the Illuminati and I don't know. I didn't know anything. And she, she showed me her Facebook page and it was like all Prince. And she was like, oh, I'll show you some stuff. I'll teach you some stuff. And then when I became friends with her on Facebook while we were in the airport, I saw that we had one friend in common, and the friend we had in common was her sister, and her sister was a Q follower. And I thought I was like, yeah, see, that's super random. There are no coincidences, but she shared with me a video from Prince. It's just him talking, and anyway, I never heard it before. Maybe everyone's heard it. I don't know. It didn't have a ton of views, but it blew my mind. I don't know if you guys want to listen to it. Maybe I'll play a little bit of it. It was just so interesting to me. Let me see what you guys are saying. Nothing like a pandemic to make you see how little social you are to start with. I do not go out much anyways. Well, it's not even really a social thing, like what's affecting. It's just like not being able to I can only shop at like the big box stores. Like you can only go to Target or Walmart. You can't go to this store over here to get clothes, or I don't know. It's just weird how that affects your life. I don't think of myself as super social either. I don't know. I just kind of mostly hang out with Brian and our kids. We kind of just stick with ourselves. Anyway, the reason why I was talking about the Prince video was because I guess what you were talking about, that really deep stuff that you were talking about on symbolic levels of Satan, and illusions, and that's really what Prince's video was.
Prince gets it.
He was talking about that.
It's not even a video; it's an audio, and in the audio, he's speaking.
I'll just put on the audio.
Well, you don't have to, Heidi. You don't have to even do that.
Have to play it?
No, you don't have to do that. You don't even. It's something. Okay.
Yeah, you just listen to it alone.
And to the levels of thinking. I mean, I wouldn't. These are things that we're watching a show. I believe there are a lot of people, including JFK Jr., who have faked their deaths. I think Michael Jackson has. I believe that Prince has also faked his death.
And Diana.
And Princess Diana. We look at JFK's his gravesite over at Arlington National Cemetery, and when you look over the top, it's kind of in the shape of a Q. And you can sit there and ask, like, whoa, there are supposed to be no coincidences, and there aren't. This has been in the works since back then. And
That's what's mind-blowing, is that we're told that this has been a plan for a very long time. And I think that, I don't know what I think Trump came into the plan in 1999.
Wait, what plan?
Like the Q plan.
How do you know that? This has been going on since before.
No, but Donald Trump being maybe the guy that was going to run for president. Maybe that's when they decided.
If you look at all the videos of Donald J. Trump since he was in his early days, even when he was on the Oprah show and all that kind of stuff, he has been prepared to do this since long before.
That's true.
So it's like, for you to sit there and say that, he's been making every single video. He's a very public personality, and every single one of his videos. But I'm just going to say,
when they said 1999, the start.
The start is when JFK Jr. died. That is the start of the show. Come on, Heidi. That's the start.
The start of the actual, like the Q. What are you making that face for? The Q operation?
No, the start of the show. The show starts when JFK Jr. dies. That is the day. Go ahead and look that up. That's a Q post.
I know. I'm trying to understand what that means.
Okay.
The start of the show. What show are we
okay.
watching?
That is just part of the show. The show of when JFK Jr. becomes an integral part of the Q plan to save the world, because I believe he's on the Q team. Okay, there's a couple civilians on there. I believe that. I know that Q plus is the president. We all that is something we've all to agree on. That's all QP researchers. That's known. Okay, I believe that General Flynn is on the Q team as well. We know that. I believe he is. I believe that JFK Jr. is one of the civilians.
Non-military.
He's a non-military, and all of the clues point to him being alive and having faked his death, and that really comes through the researchers and the Anons that were digging on Vincent Fusca, who showed up on the scene holding crazy signs in Pennsylvania. Was it Ohio or Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania. They started digging on him.
So Tim says Daniel went to Jr. for help before 1999. Yeah, I remember reading that they had like maybe 97.
Yes.
Like 2 years before. Wait, what year did Diana die?
I don't know.
She died in. Did she die in like 97?
I don't remember the dates.
I think it was. I can't remember. Maybe it was a little earlier. But yeah, I do remember reading that they met together. That they were good friends, right?
They're friends, definitely
yeah,
friends.
They're definitely friends. They were. I mean, wasn't there
One of the
rumors
fascinating
that they
things
had
that
a
coming
thing
up.
together?
One of the fascinating things that coming up is the evidence against Joe Biden, and it's in a FBI released document where JFK Jr. in a statement says that Joe Biden was like involved with trying to assassinate him.
Wait, what?
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, there was a piece of evidence. I don't know if it came out through a Freedom of Information Act request, but it was a piece of paper that had evidence of JFK Jr. stating that Biden had tried. So that
I do remember that.
Yes. So that is a piece of information that's out there that has to do. So I love that JFK Jr. is out there a long time ago, and
calling Joe Biden out.
He calls out Joe Biden. How about he calls out Bill Gates in his magazine, George Magazine. He calls out Bill Gates in population control. You see, all of his magazines, all of his George magazines that he was making, they're all filled with clues.
So You're right. I wish I had George Magazine.
No. But this is Heidi. The show has been going since he faked his death. Okay, so this became such a point of contention in the Q world that Q actually had to weigh in on it and say, nope, he's dead. Okay, before he said he was dead, we were like asking questions to Joe M. And Joe M is the person who did the plan to save the world, who we believe has narrated. Okay, Joe M. I don't know who Joe M. quote unquote represents. We know that all the symbolisms behind his name, Mazepos, and all that kind of stuff, and we know who we think he is. At least I believe that the person that's representing who Joe M. is possibly JFK Jr. Right, Heidi?
Yeah.
You believe that also. And we've thought that for a long time. Well, the questions at the time, I mean, everyone was leaning towards like JFK Jr.'s alive. Wow, what's this show about? Let's figure this out. So there was a lot of resources. When I say resources, like resources up here, people in their minds were like, okay, I'm going to allocate my time to go see if JFK Jr. is alive. And a lot of people did that. And Q Anonymous actually posted and had to say what he had to say.
Can you put this to rest?
Put this to rest.
Same with the flat Earth thing. Is the Earth flat? Is
JFK
Jr. dead?
And they were put to rest and said JFK Jr. is dead. But he is dead, because once he's dead, he's no longer, and once his dad is, he's no longer Junior. So there's a lot of okay,
double meanings.
Double meaning. You're laughing. I'm laughing at you because you're smiling right now.
Because we all, as soon as Q said that, we all reasoned our way out of it logically. We're all, disinformation is necessary. If he is actually dead, has a new identity, then that could mean that.
Could change that.
And it was, So it
was basically going, okay, guys,
playing the game,
enough. Stop fighting kids. Stop
don't
it.
worry about
Stop it. Let's get back to what's important.
And the truth is, I think it's not important that we know that JFK Jr. is alive. I mean, it's important that a certain segment of us do, so that we can like.
Heidi likes to talk about JFK Jr. a lot.
What?
You do. You do.
I do?
Well, you post a lot. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, a lot of people that you talk to.
I don't do a whole lot of research on. I mean, now I just because I know that it's. I believe he's alive.
We went down the rabbit hole. We went deep down the rabbit hole. Heidi made a video.
I don't need to.
You've done voice comparisons. We've sat there and we've listened to his voice and looked at his feet and looked at his hands and did that for so long. And ultimately, you have to come out of this going, what's the purpose of this? What is the? And I always ask you, Heidi, what is the purpose of no? It's like, well, part of it's for entertainment. I'm going to say this. I believe that they were knowing that researchers would love to be going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what?
Oh, I was just reading it. Sorry.
What did you say? Oh gosh.
Because Electric Sheep put the book of political lists. I want that book so bad. I was looking to try to see if I could buy it.
it's like $250.
And you could. It's like not available. I think I saw one.
Oh, it was like $4,500. Something
it was
stupid
so
like
expensive on eBay, and there's not. It's hard to find. But I want that book so bad.
JFK Jr. Once I knew he was alive, it was Robert. I had full confirmation was when I looked up Robert Kennedy Jr.'s post on the anniversary of his plane going down, and it was in San Francisco Harbor, right outside of whatever that stadium is, Candlestick. I don't know what it is.
It was Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Twitter
feed.
He posted a picture of all his family together, this annual thing that they do.
San Francisco
paddle boarding. And one of the pictures, he posts several pictures, but one of them is a gentleman on the paddleboard holding up two hands.
Actually wearing a mask. Gosh, masks are so prominent now. Masks.
And immediately everyone's like, okay, first of all, he's hiding his identity. He's a Kennedy. So there's two clues right there. The third clue is that it's on the anniversary of his death, July 16th. And then the third clue was his hands, 5'5". And then the fourth clue was look at his actual feet and hands and line them up with known pictures of Jake Jr.
He wasn't wearing a leash either.
And the feet, I'm sorry, it was a match. Feet definitely have a look. And those feet and those hands were a match. I think for when we saw that day
it was me, Heidi. I did that. I went in on your screen name and I said I knew.
Yes. This is a new person I haven't seen. Jay Stanzel, Full Clip Fitness. Every commercial on the Clinton News Network behind you is about social distancing.
Thank you.
Isn't it funny?
That's why we
want to give you guys a little, we want to remind you guys what the propaganda machine is spitting out.
We love fake news. We love fake news
because it's fun to expose.
Well, fake news has given us an opportunity to do what we're doing right now.
Yes. Okay. And if I teach anybody anything when it comes to teaching Q, from all my experiences of teaching Q to people that totally don't know anything, you have to start with explaining to people how fake the news is. So learn your talking points on that. No, I'm saying that is. What do you mean? I know it's more than that. I'm saying.
Really can't. I believe.
Brian, I'm like in the middle of a thought.
Yeah, let's go.
Totally cutting me off.
Sorry, you've done that before.
I know.
I learned it from you. Okay.
Anyway, this is just my experience. If you can show someone, and it's not that hard, especially with those videos where they have all the people repeating the same script. When you that for my dad, I'll say, because he had a hard time believing all the crazy stuff that we would tell him. But for some reason, when he saw that video clip of every single news anchor all across the country verbatim repeating the same lines, it hit him like hard, and he was like, wow, it really, like what you're saying is that really is a script, it really is fake. Okay. And once you understand that, then you can wrap your head around how we could all be propaganda. But they have to understand how that is a huge part of understanding Q, is that the news is literally controlled. It is literally keeping us from, and that's why Trump says it so much. He has to repeat it over and over. They are not telling the truth about anything. I mean, it's all a narrative. Anyway, that's my tip.
Okay, that's part of it. I believe that people, though, that have found, who have found out that the Q Information Dissemination Project, once you figure out what woke you and what brought you to the knowledge of the truth that is happening right now to drain the swamp, to end corruption, to see that justice is served and that people pay for their crimes. Once you figure out whatever it is that woke you, because there's tons of things that it could be, you have to dial that in. I mean, you have to be the expert on that, so that when people ask you, like, okay, what's your story? Because everybody has to have a story. Nobody just tripped and fell and showed up and was like, whoa, there's truth over here. We all had to be woke on something, and something had to shake our very existence of
what you believe about the world.
Yes, because to go down this is very painful. It's not easy. And people think, oh yeah, you just learned this overnight, and it's like, hell no.
I know.
The things that I had to learn about Pizzagate.
I remember when
about Pizzagate, about Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook was really what did it to me. Once I figured out that Sandy Hook was faked and that there were, oh gosh, I could talk for 3 hours about Sandy Hook, because this is really what disturbed me when I figured out
we spent a lot of hours researching just that.
What the capability of the government was to manipulate the minds of people that are just watching TV.
Well, and what
could they do?
Not only that, but like shocking. Well, I think what was really difficult, and even to this day, for people to understand, because when I do tell people about Sandy Hook, they kind of can understand some of it, but I think the question that they have in their mind the most is, how is it possible that many people could be in on a lie and it not be leaked? And that's a legitimate question. I had the same question, and I didn't really learn the answer until probably Q, where I could wrap my head around the entire CIA apparatus and how there are families that are in their generational, and they are generations of.
There are whole communities.
Liars.
Connecticut. Okay.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Gosh, if we started right now,
if we start talking
right now about Sandy Hook, we would be done in 4 hours. Just me and you, just rambling like we are right now. Sandy Hook. It really, the videos, first of all, there was one helicopter that was allowed in the air.
Are we going to really get into this right now?
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to get into it right now.
Why?
Because that's a really, really long tangent.
But it's the tangent that woke us. It's not a tangent. It's really...
Okay. You're just telling our story.
I'm not trying to tell... I'm just saying that's part of our story, is like... It's like, when we figured out how large the conspiracy was to push forth this agenda and push forth this, and it has everything to do with if you look this up, the Hegelian dialectica, that is it's a mind control apparatus, in that a solution is created to a problem so that the problem can be presented, so that when the problem is presented, you already have the solution in hand. That's called the Hegelian dialectica, and that's kind of what's happening right now with the vaccine. They already knew that they were going to have a vaccine, and they go, okay, we'll have to have a vaccine to accommodate us when we have the problem. When the problem happens, we'll be able to go, okay, we've got the solution, and this has been it's a ploy. Even that's, I believe, if we look into Rules for Radicals, I'm sure that Saul Alinsky, somewhere in his writings of how to be the best radical you can be, I'm sure it's in there, like, be a problem solver and make sure the problem benefits your cause. So a lot of these things are BS, and they're made, and that's a big thing that happened with Sandy Hook, is that was done. If you look at everything that happened, oh my gosh, there were houses that were bought on the Christmas day before. Hundreds of people's homes were paid off that lived right there in Connecticut. There was okay, I'm just going to start just a little bit. There's a big book. I'm going to put this book up here. I got it. It's a PDF book. I'm going to put it up here. Was there was a person, it was a hazmat clean a person, and they go, anytime somebody like, anytime there's a murder or suicide or there's blood or some kind of anything, you know, they were that was their business. So they go in there with the hazmat suit and the gloves and clean and scrub and make sure everything was tidy before the occupant or the owner could
This
move
is in
back
a
in.
very small state.
This is a
very
small,
rural population.
Yes. And they all know they all, well, if you're licensed in the state to do that job, you know who your competition is.
Yeah,
So there's
there's
a
only
very
a
small
handful
few.
of people.
So when this mass murder happened, which, I mean, we could talk all day about this because it's like the helicopter, there's only one helicopter that was getting shots. The one helicopter.
Stay on your...
Anyways, I could...
The hazmat person.
The hazmat person was going, okay, who got the job? Because I want to bid on this job because that's a huge job. That's a huge job, and that's what I do in the state of Connecticut. So she was like, she went to the other person, and they go, she called the place, and they're like, well, who got the job? Because I want the job. I want to bid. Yeah. And she went to the competitor. Did you get the job? I didn't get the job. And they started asking questions. I didn't get the job.
So she made a video just saying that this is what happened. She's all, nobody got the job.
Nobody got the job. Nobody got the bids. And they're like, who got the job? And ultimately it came out, there was like, nothing happened. Okay, there's one chopper that was up there getting all the shots, okay? You had a lot of crisis actors that were hired. Crisis actor is a brand new word that if you don't know the word crisis actor, look that up. Crisis actor Sandy Hook. You're going to find out the same people were at Orlando. The Orlando shooting at the nightclub. They were at Boston. Boston was another false flag that was created period.
Gene Rosen's the worst.
Gene Rosen was in Sandy Hook. That guy was on every single news channel, and there was a video that was out there where Gene Rosen was practicing. First of all,
I played it on one of my videos.
These guys are all actors.
Oh, I played it on my Operation Mockingbird video.
Okay, Gene Rosen is just like David Hogg. They're both a bunch of weak actors who have to go over their line and their script over and over again. And when you do see the cameras turned on, these guys are like robots. They just sit there and blah, 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 blah. They got their CIA talking points. And Gene Rosen was that guy. So if you see him, Gene Rosen was the guy who he's in Sandy Hook.
Her face was frozen in fear.
Okay, he repeated that line to ABC, NBC, Fox,
and he's practicing
CNN,
it in a video.
C-SPAN. He's practicing it, and he repeated that same line to every single news outlet that would set up a camera in front of him.
Really bad and fake.
And it was fake, and he said it every single time.
And then there was the fake Anderson Cooper's nose on the green screen. It disappeared. And then there's the kids. The kids are all alive. They're real children. They're really those real children, but they didn't die. They're actually 2 or 3 years older than, maybe 4 or 5 years older than what their pictures. So the pictures that they showed of the children that were murdered are all just pictures of these kids who were maybe 12 and they were at the time, and they showed their pictures from when they were 6 in first grade. And in January, that happened in December, and in January was the Super Bowl. And on Super Bowl Sunday, they had Sandy Hook survivors come
There's
and
a choir.
But they were like the survivors.
The survivors choir.
Yeah, they came and sang at the Super Bowl.
Okay, look this stuff up. Look it up.
The faces of the children match up with the faces of the choir kids.
They're just older.
And they're just older. But it's freaking crazy.
These kids are born into this cult. The CIA, some of it's a cult.
Yeah.
Some of it's a cult.
Glenn was saying his boss wants to know about Q. So, what do you know about your boss? Because you got to approach that by thinking about what your boss is maybe even like woke on already. So you can start there. That's a good thing to know, and a good place to start. Like, I have friends that know that.
Okay, a good primer though is the videos. You got to go to Joe M's videos.
Always direct people to Q Planet.
That will give you a
good. That's a foundation. That's a foundation.
What's going on.
You need to start with that foundation, and it's overwhelming though, and it takes so much time for people to. You have to devote a lot of time.
It's an investment.
It is, and it's
very difficult to get to understand it because there's so much information to learn, and.
Yep. The internet wasn't used for months. Oh, at the school? Is that what you're talking about, Jay? I know, and also the school wasn't even in operation. There was no website for like 7 or 10 years or something. And then
the neighbors knew that. They went and asked the neighbors, and neighbors
it wasn't
were
up
kinda
to
like, whoa.
code.
It wasn't
the
up to
school wasn't up to
Yep.
code. They didn't have like
handicap parking.
handicap parking.
And
There
even
was-
on the day of, if you look at the chopper photos,
There's mold.
no. Not only mold on the
Growing
day of, they have
molds.
pictures above from the chopper, and all the cars are parked in the same direction. Now that kind of stuff only happens when you go to like when you have parking at like an event. And it was an
Directed
event
parking.
because they were directing cars in here. Okay,
and
pull
the
in, parking.
signs
The
that said-
signs.
There was big electric signs
Yes.
right as soon as the shoot had happened. A big electric sign
please
that
check
said,
in.
"Please check in here." And then the photographs you'll see people all have wristbands or wristbands or
no, that's
or
the
lanyards or something.
when you
with
look
different
okay,
colors for
if you
for
look
FEMA.
at there was one helicopter that was allowed up there, and it was taking pictures for the news feed that they would share. If you look at the footage that they had that they were beaming live, and you look at the video because they have it's out there, you'll see people walking around in circles.
Oh my gosh!
It's pretty.
Sandy Hook is so easy for me to like prove to people.
But
it's like so
it's not that
fake.
easy because it's like people their
Still
minds are
deny
not
it.
there, and the thing is like the
So much evidence
change
on that, though.
the change that has to happen in your mind.
In
We
order to
forget,
accept
Heidi.
these
We
things.
forget that people haven't gone. The cognitive dissonance is so strong that people are not willing to part from what they thought were
because
trusted
it's
ideas.
painful. Exactly, because you feel like so deceived.
Yes.
And then you're scared because you're
And
like,
then
what?
dumb. You feel dumb.
But you kind of feel scary. Like that's scary that their government can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just.
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
Where are you going?
I can drink.
Get me one too. Anyway, Sandy Hook was an adventure, for sure. And you know what's sad? I don't even look at Sandy Hook stuff anymore because I don't need to. But I did have a playlist that I had saved of like because there were so at the time 3 years ago there were so many people making videos because anyone that's interested in researching, which I didn't even know I was a researcher until Sandy Hook, because then I started doing my own research. I was going on to Google Maps and zooming in on different buildings and taking note of things and looking up public records because I wanted to verify all these things that people were saying. So I really learned how to research. And there was weird things that we saw on Google Maps, weird things that were blurred out in the town of Sandy Hook. Like random things were blurred out. I get you blur out the license plate, you blur out people, but in a neighborhood, one home would be blurred out. The two next door neighbors wouldn't be blurred out, but one home would be. There was weird things. So I learned to love research with Sandy Hook. There was so much, but what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say on my playlist of my favorite Sandy Hook videos, a lot of them were removed.
All of them.
Actually, yeah, pretty much all of them were removed. So I don't know what it's like there right now when you go to search Sandy Hook. If you haven't, I have no idea because there's some crap videos out there. There's definitely different levels of produced videos that had really good stuff. I mean, even if your production quality wasn't that good, if your stuff was good, then that was all that mattered. But certain videos were just way better than others, and it sucks. I hope there is some place where like all this stuff is archived. I'm sure there is, but yeah, Sandy Hook was freaking mind blowing.
It had to be.
And then next for us, it was Pizzagate. Holy crap, that was more painful than Sandy Hook. That was disturbing. Anyway, that's our story, and I'm sticking to it. What's yours? 10 out. CNN got. This is this guy again that says he's gonna wear a mask for the rest of his life. He wants to wear a mask for the rest of his life instead of infect his family. That's what he said.
That's right, a bunch of donkeys they are.
Let's hear this bull crap story from CNN. Because that's all they have is a bunch of crap.
Was it bold and miraculous? Not exactly, but is amazing, or would you call it amusing, that the beast bravely bore the burden of missing his master when the owner's brother borrowed him. Donkey fun. They're awesome.
Okay,
So
CNN. You guys suck so bad. You are so annoying.
Mute him. Muzzle him.
I don't even know what he's talking about. And this is CNN? What is this?
They're pathetic. They think they need to entertain now.
Because they're not getting any views. Nobody's watching them, so they're trying to branch out or something.
Sorry, guys. I'm probably making a lot of
Brian's
noise eating.
getting hungry. Scott should
With the munchies.
I'm sorry, I haven't been reading anyone's comments. Okay. PRS. I don't know what that is. Sorry, I'm way behind. 30 plus years of research into biblical prophecy
Yes.
and creation.
Archive everything offline, Tim.
Into biblical prophecy and creation prepared my mind to think about political conspiracies. Once I found out that the children, I was woke up bigly. I have not slept good since.
Neither of us.
I know, none of us have. I don't know. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. I've been thinking lately. I get so little sleep now, but I actually don't feel tired.
Nope.
And I was just realizing that the other day. I was like, wait a minute, I only got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep last night. How do I not feel?
Wiped out.
Yeah.
You know why?
I was tripping.
Illuminati food.
Illuminati makes really good food, and they make really good movies, and they make really good music. So sometimes we partake in Illuminati food, and we partake in a lot of Illuminati music.
It's tough.
It's tough to give up the Illuminatis. The Illuminatis in our life. What's your Illuminati addiction? Let's see. Well, you have to remember the USA is a corporation, and they have a propaganda machine. Exactly. Like literally. Like we think about propaganda, we always think about Hitler and, propaganda is about the Jews. We don't think about our own propaganda in our own country. People can't, they can't believe that.
Here, I'll switch spots with you, Ice. You can have some chips.
Snake oil salesman, problem, reaction, solution. You feel woke?
No, you don't have to. I'll just pass it to you.
What are we passing? What is happening? Giving me some tips. Okay. Get in the frame.
Okay.
Wow.
Back to I guess what woke us. I think it behooves anyone who's going to be sharing truth to know how you got to where you're at. You've got to be able to tell a story not only in a convincing way, because it's your story. No one else can tell your story. But again, you've got to be able to tell it in a convincing way because it's how you came to the knowledge of truth. I mean, ultimately, that's what it comes down to is how did you get to where you're at so that you understand the things that you are trying to explain to me. I don't have a college degree. I don't. Should that matter? Some people would think it does. It's like to those people, whatever. Because truth comes in every way, shape, every single way. And that's what I loved about that video of that lady from the hood where she was just going off. Because she was blasting the truth. She was blasting it.
I liked what Prince said. He said something about about how truth has a kind of how I always say that truth has a way of piercing the soul.
Mm-hmm.
It does. He said, this is what he said about it. He said, truth brings a remembrance. He's like, there's something about when you hear truth.
It resonates. It's like
you remember that. And that's the feeling it's like, because it makes sense. Anyway.
Well, I think it's that important. Again, being able to know what your story is when the time comes up to be able to recite it. Think about it. Again, you have to think about how you came to this. Everyone talks about not everyone, but people talk about how early they were in learning about Q. If you were there day one, that doesn't mean nothing to me, because it took a while to search things. Some of the first things that I remember searching were President Trump's trip, his first trip leaving the country. That was fascinating. That was amazing seeing, first of all, a picture that was taken over the Forbidden City. And you're like, wait a second here. It was just a picture that was posted. There's no caption. There was nothing. It was just a picture. And you're looking over that, and then the next thing you know is people, Anons are in the chans that were basically saying what they believed it was, and they're like, yeah, there's metadata on the picture, and it tells us that we're here, and it's over China, and once you find out that it's over China and over the Forbidden City, you're like, wow, who would be able to fly over the Forbidden City? Air Force One.
Not very many people.
Not very many. And then...
who would be on an
and
airplane?
then who would have that picture? Oh, somebody that's very close to the president looking outside of a window in Air Force One. Mm-hmm. When those things start happening, and then when you find out, again, that you're learning... I remember learning about the saber dance. That was a big deal because the president goes to Saudi Arabia, one of the very first places he visits when he leaves the country after he's inaugurated. And he's there dancing with a bunch of men that are obviously sheikhs or somebody important in Saudi Arabia, and they all got a saber in their hand, a knife, and they're all they're doing is just going back and forth. And I look crazy and do this, but they're dancing. You know, they're dancing. I gotta look at myself in the picture to see what I look like. Jazz hands. Woo! No, they weren't doing that. That was not part of the saber dance. They did not do anything gay like that.
No, there's a lot of...
You're making a mess, Hyde.
I don't know.
I know, but it's all over your notes. Anyways.
It's okay.
So...
there was a lot of exciting things. Those are some of your favorite ones.
It was exciting to learn...
the Forbidden City one was a huge
that the saber
trope.
dance, but the saber dance represented, and I've said this a million times, I'm sorry, I'm saying it again one more time, was it represented warring tribes that would come together to war against a common enemy. And so it suggested and symbolized two could have been neighboring and warring tribes, again, coming together to battle a common enemy. And I love that. President Trump was hanging out with the Saudis, the Saud royal family, who's been in power for a long time. When you learn about Q, that was one of the first things they talk about. Also, was the George Soros, the Saudis, and what was the last one? George Soros, the Saudis,
Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds,
The pyramid.
The pyramid. Yes. So George Soros and the Rothschilds, they're part of the 13 Illuminati families.
Okay, you told me something today that I didn't know.
Stop. There's that three-part. Again, the Rothschilds,
Yeah.
the House of Saud, and George Soros. Do they ever, all three of them, sit at the same table? And if not, where do they sit at the same table?
Bilderberg? I don't know.
No,
do you mean?
The Saudis, they have tons of money. Mm-hmm. Because of the oil that they live on. That crude oil comes out of the ground, sweet crude oil. It's already doesn't even need to be processed.
I didn't know what you meant.
The Sauds have always been like the bastard, like, you're not part of our group. Like, you're neither of the Chinese.
They never let central banks there. Is that why?
Well, that's part of it. And then also because of, well, it's a huge place for trafficking. It was in the Middle East. And China was also not allowed to sit at the table of the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs and all these, the Trilateral Commission. I mean, they're like the cast-offs. Like, you guys are new to the game. You guys are emerging countries. Yeah, cool, whatever. Go back, you savages, whatever you want to act or say. But they were never, ever invited to sit at the table. So the Sauds broke away. They were the ones who, I guess, I don't know.
What?
So the Sauds were the ones who invited President Trump when he got invited, they gave him a full state of Saudi Arabia reception. Like they had the band that learned, Hail to the Chief, and it was horrible sounding with this band. It was like
it was all flat.
I was like, whoa!
But they tried. That was rad.
They had all, of course, Saudi Arabia. They probably had like instead of like here we have Escalades, they probably have like
Bugattis.
They had Porsches. Like 10 Porsches with freaking dudes hanging out with machine guns. I don't know what they do. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But yeah. The Sauds, they are now allies with President Trump in the United States.
Four Corners, I tried to quit Diet Coke.
Oh, she's showing the shame.
And I went through withdrawals. I had like a really bad migraine. And I was all, not today, not today, not today. I have to try again.
The
I have to wean myself. I know this is poison.
Heidi has a crazy headache, and
but it gives me like.
And it's like
I like throw up when I get migraines.
Drive-through with ice, and the whole entire, and then she just like takes it, and it's weird because she'll be like, yeah. It's kind of like HCQ. She just takes it and she's like,
yeah. I don't know if Four Corners. I don't know if Four Corners is here. Probably not here anymore. But I just wanted to know that I was inspired to try to quit because I am addicted to Diet Coke. It's legit addicting. And I did have like some sort of withdrawals, like where I got like a migraine because of the caffeine, and I don't know. And I went 2 days. I went 2 days without one. That was a big deal for me. And then the third day, I was on a trip with my kids, and I didn't want to be miserable, so I just said, "You can have it, Heidi. Just try again next time." That's all. Anyway, and I'm eating Illuminati chips right now too. Probably have like fetus baby parts in it.
Guys, it is a good day and a good weekend, and it is Memorial Day weekend. And one thing I just want to say one thing. Come on now, it's Memorial Day weekend now.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make it a weekend like it's Memorial Day. Okay. There's a lot of people that have given their life for our country and have lost it in battle. And that's, everyone's going to be barbecuing and everybody's going to be...
the white hats right now. That's what we should think about.
Not just the white hats, all soldiers who have lost their lives.
But a lot of people, think about all the people that don't know about the Shadow War and all the people that are dying in the Shadow War.
That's just a couple people, Heidi. That's maybe about 10 people that know that are going to remember that. The rest of them, guys, remember all those who have died in battle serving our country. That's all. That's all. Even if it's just a prayer in your heart or a small prayer as a token of appreciation.
Saying thank you for your service. Every time we see someone with a hat.
Well, that's different. Those are vets right there. We're talking about memorial people who have died.
These are specifically people that died. Gotcha.
Memorial Day. Yeah.
Okay. In battle, yes. You're right.
So,
forgot about that.
To those, I'm very thankful.
Salute
because we enjoy
they gave up their life.
Being the fools that we are and just having a good time.
Because someone else died.
Because somebody else died. So, yeah, that's it. That's all.
True.
That's all. Let's see here. Is there anything else that we need to discuss, talk?
Tim says it takes 3 weeks to stop an addiction. I know. It's going to be a long 3 weeks for me. I don't know if I should try to quit cold turkey or if I should just try to wean myself off of it.
Don't do the diet. Heidi's gonna get a Diet Coke patch, and it's kind of like the patch is just like a little sip straw. It's a sippy cup, and it's gonna be tied on her back, and she's like,
I just need a sip to get through my day, to deal with my children. That's what it always is. This is better than wine.
It's a little juice box.
This is how I deal with my children.
It's a juice bag.
Just give me Diet Coke.
It's like an IV, but it's like a Camelback, but just a sippy cup that's taped to her, and she just like goes over the side. She's like, I'm not doing good.
But you know what? This is what's bad. Is my entire family is addicted to Diet Coke. Both my parents.
Who got
both
you started?
My sisters. My husband. We're all Diet Coke drinkers.
I'm not addicted.
He's
though.
not addicted.
I'm not addicted.
He likes the carbonation. He's addicted to carbonation.
I know. I love.
It's the carbonation.
I will drink soda water. I'll drink any kind of fizzy water, as long as it's fizzy. And
So every family party, we always are stocked up on the Diet Coke because everybody drinks Diet Coke. This guy started it all. My family, we weren't a soda drinking family, and then he's like, "Oh, let's load up." I don't even know why. You just wanted to load
I put
up
a
the
12.
whole.
Oh no, I didn't like load up the whole thing. I just put like 12 pack in there, and I was
the
like,
fridge of sodas,
"Hey, man,
and then we all got.
I'm
used
not
to
telling you guys. You guys can't have one, but
help
this,
yourself to
no,
all
no,
my
no.
soda. My soda.
I never said help yourself.
No, it's because we had. It was when we lived with my mom and dad, and we had a whole fridge in the garage, and we just filled it up with drinks.
No,
That's
it wasn't
what
that. It was before that because
No,
I remember.
that's how it started.
No. I was putting them in your mom and dad's fridge, and your dad was like, "Who's putting this crap in here?"
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that, but it was like nobody drank it but me.
Yeah.
No one drank it but me. So it was just mine, and it was kind of like, wow. And I was like, hey, guys, and I was trying to say it earlier, I was telling everybody, like, you guys, you don't, like...
You can help yourself to the soda?
I was saying that, but I was kind of like not saying that because it's like, guys, it's my stash, okay? It's really good, it's my stash, okay? But you guys can have one if you want to taste it because I can see your guys' family, your guys' like, your side going, taking a sip and going, oh, I'll just put this back in the fridge and just sit there and freaking sit there for a day or two, you know? And it's like, oh, who just took a sip and just bailed on it? No.
Yeah.
They were gold. They were gold.
Anyway, I'm sure this is so interesting for our audience, our conversation.
Okay. Anyways, it's
about
time to
soda
cut out of
addiction.
here. We're
But look at what Tim said. He said, "I will pray that God will help you and take away your addiction. The soda will taste awful to you. Tell me when to make it happen, and I will pray." The soda
thanks a
will
lot.
taste
That's rad.
Thank you,
Hey Tim, that's awesome. That is an amazing thing to.
I do have to be that serious about it, though.
No, well, he said he's willing to pray for you.
I
That's
know,
pretty
that's
cool.
rad. I'm not ready to give it up, so don't pray for me yet.
Oh,
I'm
see,
just kidding.
that
I'm just
right
kidding.
there. That's an example, guys.
I'm just
of Sodom and
kidding.
Gomorrah a lot. And,
Oh
and
my
how
gosh.
his wife turned to a pillar of salt because she
I'm
looked
just
back
kidding.
on the sea.
I'm just kidding.
So no, but
No,
we
it
can,
just-
guys. We can use that as an
I
example.
do
Wait,
have
stop.
to,
We can use that as an example for everything that when we leave the Matrix. When you leave the Matrix, you're leaving food. You're leaving bad habits. You're leaving movies. You're leaving music. I mean, these things are all tied to a lot of corrupt things. The symbols are all out there, and music for me is going to be hard because I love music and so much of it. When you start listening to lyrics, when you start watching videos, I don't really watch videos, but if you start looking deeper and deeper into the meanings of the lyrics and the songs and their livelihood, how they rose in their career and things that happened, people that died
and
or
the people
sacrificed
that
around
died around them.
It's like
Then
you
you're
just
like-
look like what's her name? Jennifer, what's her name? Hudson.
Ugh.
Oh, scary stuff. Jet. What's his name?
John
the gay dude.
Travolta.
The gay. Oh yeah, the gay dude. John Travolta. The gay dude.
No, the one that it
John
really blew
Travolta's
my
gay,
mind
though, yeah,
was
yeah.
it was Owen Benjamin was talking about him. It was Frasier.
Oh,
What's his
everybody-
name?
Yeah.
That guy, the actor from Frasier. He was like,
Frasier.
he's like, this guy had so much tragedy in his life, and he's so wealthy. He was just basically like pointing out,
There's a price to pay.
There's a lot
Somebody
of
has to
people,
pay.
a lot of crazy.
He thought
people.
Hillary Clinton was good at knocking people off. You should see what the cult Hollywood does because everybody has a price to pay.
Glenn, what is Moxie? Do you know what Moxie is? He said, try Moxie, you'll quit in 3 minutes. But then he put like a laughing face with glasses. Oh, because I have glasses? Are you laughing at me?
That's pretty funny.
I think he's making... Because Glenn likes to make fun of me and Brian. He's teaser. He's always teasing me.
Glenn told me... What did he say, Heidi?
Oh, he said... Did
the
you have the horse lady groom Brian?
That's right.
That was pretty funny.
Glenn, you're funny, man. Guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Here.
Are you wrapping it up?
I'm wrapping it up, man. We're going on 3 hours, girlfriend. It's enough.
Shoot.
You want to go for 4?
Yeah,
We got
why
nothing to
not?
say. We got nothing to say. There's nothing more that we can say. We can talk trash. Who can we talk trash on, Heidi? Let me talk trash. Give me an opportunity to talk trash on one person.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Somebody that we just.
I don't know who you want to. You don't have to talk trash on me.
5D chess. That's the title of this. Before we go, tell me how the president is playing 5D chess since you titled it 5D chess. Heidi, tell me. I want to know. Teach me.
Well, I guess one of the things that I was thinking about today when he made that move about... I had just posted a little rant on Facebook about just how I'm sick of everything. I'm just sick of life not being normal and having to... For nothing. When you know the truth about COVID and we still have to do all these... Read these stupid signs and stand on the stupid arrows and... Anyway, I was frustrated with that. And so I was sharing with people the letter that A.G. Barr had written about our civil liberties during how the Constitution is not suspended during a time of crisis, and how we should be able to go to church, we should be able to even work, we should be able to do all these things because it's unreasonable. The measures that have taken are unreasonable. Anyway, right after I posted that, Trump, came on TV and said to open up the churches. And his line was, he was basically telling the governors, you have a problem with it, you got to deal with me, and you're not going to do very good. And I just thought, okay, this is interesting because this is going to force, like our governor, Gavin, it's going to put him in an interesting place. Because, they're keeping up the narrative that that the kids can't even go back to school. So for them to allow us to go back to church would mean we're spreading the COVID. And so I'm just really interested to see how this plays out. Because, you can't believe what they're saying. My kids are not in public school anymore, but my sisters are getting the notifications about what.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's going to change in public schools. Like, they're talking about having the classrooms at half capacity. Like, half the kids go to school on this day and the other half go... ridiculous. Oh, and then saying that they have to wear masks. The children all have to wear masks all day at school. Like, are you kidding me? It's insane.
I love it. You know why, Heidi?
And so I think
You know why? Because the public school systems all support... They put Gavin Newsom in office, so they are all in bed together, okay? So these people are going to sit there and they're going to want to defend the opening process for schools that is put forward by the Governor Gavin Newsom administration here in California. So this is a ploy, Heidi. Think about it. It's a ploy to destroy public schools. They have to implode. They will implode because people are going to go, no, we're not going to do this nonsense anymore. We're not going to do this.
My sisters said that, who would never homeschool, is saying, if this is really what we have to do, I will not put my kids back in public school. Yeah.
Wow.
She was like, no, because it was like...
ridiculous.
Ramsey
measures.
would have to wear a mask to school. And she was like, no. It was like...
Is that what it's going to take?
Over 2 years old has to wear a mask. So a little tiny 3-year-old has to walk around. If they're going to preschool, they have to wear a mask.
What if you identify as a 2-year-old?
How stupid. Anyway, so I just think I don't know. I haven't heard anything. If there was any response from any of the governors that, like, in California specifically, did he respond to Trump? I don't know. I haven't seen. But I think that it's going to... I'm kind of under the impression that we're supposed to be reporting our constitutional rights being violated
to A.G. Barr,
to Attorney General Barr. That's why I put that letter out. And there was like a number going around, and then I watched this lady's video saying like that we're supposed to. This is how it starts. All these lawsuits filed against the state for violating constitutional rights will get. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work or how this is all supposed to end. I feel like Trump
is pushing us towards that.
He's pushing
in
without taking overstepping. He's trying to play his whole, you guys, governors, you're in control because he wanted he
So
was
you mess up.
he's showing that he's not a dictator, and he's like, but if you are
Don't-
violating constitutional rights, and just this whole point about church not being essential was, it was just a slap in the face of all those stupid people that I can't stand. So it was a beautiful day for that reason. There's beautiful
Guys.
things, the beautiful things that happen every single day.
I know as freedom-loving Americans, enjoying this weekend also includes like hanging out with your family and
There's a lot of events this weekend.
there's a lot of events. So
We're gonna pick one to go to.
we're gonna
right now
pick one to go to.
and live stream for you guys.
And so we'll
if
live
it's good.
And we might be going to Redondo Beach tomorrow. I think that's what we're settling on, is going to Redondo Beach. I don't know what it's going to be like there, but I will.
It's LA, so
I'm
it'll
not
be
so yes.
interesting.
So I think we're supposed to mask up there. I don't have a mask. I've never worn one. I will refuse to wear one. I'm not going to be pushing anything. But all I gotta say is hang out with your family, your friends, man. Find some loved ones. Reach out to somebody. I mean, if you haven't already been doing this during this whole COVID BS, it's like, gosh, take an opportunity. It's Memorial Day. We're getting back out now.
Electric Sheep said, have you seen the back to school video for the school in Quebec? No, I haven't. I'll have to look that up. Glenn says, my boss is putting a temperature kiosk on office door. Oh my gosh, they're going to take your temperature before you go? I emailed IT guy about setting me up to work from home. Yes, if you can work from home.
This is going to change.
That's going to change a lot of people's jobs too. I think people are going to realize that they pay a lot of office space for no reason. For no reason. There's so many people that can work remotely. Okay, so Moxie is made in the Northeast. Not sure where. Oh, it's a type of cola? Is that what it is? Okay, gotcha. Is it gross?
We don't get out much over here.
No, it's not a West Coast thing, maybe.
No, I'm just saying we don't know what Moxie is.
I know, but he says it's made in the Northeast, maybe because we're not in the Northeast. We don't know. We have our what's it called? Your area of the our subcultures, like we have In-N-Out here.
You said that like a Canadian. We have In-N-Out.
Because I said out.
Out.
We got In-N-Out here.
Yeah. Out.
In-N-Out. We also have a. What do you call it? Subculture? Not subculture. What am I looking for? The word I'm looking for. Like we have our Baja California Mexican food.
Like there's subspecies. They're lesser.
We have our version of Mexican food. Texas has their version of Mexican food. We have Baja style with white beans and white rice and black beans. A lot of
Are you getting racist? White rice?
Yeah, we like to mix them white with black. White rice with black beans and fish tacos and
ebony and ivory.
What else is California culture? I don't know. I
don't know.
I think it's interesting hearing people like their what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, doesn't matter.
You would have not got the points on that, Heidi. You failed.
Regional? Like regional.
Oh, like a regional sales rep?
No.
Like the regional finals for the NCAA basketball tournament in March?
Yes. Oh. Started as Nerve Tonic.
Oh, it's kind of like Coca-Cola with cocaine in it? Started off as an elixir?
Relax.
It was an elixir.
It was an elixir to help you
Here.
feel better. I'll make you
I'll
feel
have
better.
another tablespoon of that good stuff.
Make you feel amazing. Give it to your kids to shut
Give
up.
it to me. I want to do push-ups after I take this elixir every single time. I feel like I've been drinking.
Stop at the lighthouse and get some ocean pics. I love lighthouses, but I do not know much about the coast of California.
Coast of California.
Well,
and Southern California,
we will be anybody's tour guides if you ever come to California. You can get on the Heidi and Brian tour, and we like to take you to all the little spots that we find interesting.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go live one of these days, just at the beach on the water's edge, and just walk along with all the the bikinis. We can have like a bikini show.
You want to see a lot of bums? Bums?
What? That's what we'll do. We'll do a live show, and I'll just be like talking about the scenery, and it'll be live, and it'll be just kind of like a pageant or a parade.
I I just don't understand the girls that... I don't understand the style of showing it all. Just show it all. What is these bathing suits? They just
They
literally...
don't want people to imagine.
Look
Heidi,
like...
Don't use your imagination. Just show the goods.
Just show it all. I am not that kind of lady. Tell you that for sure.
I always got to like shake my head and go... And they go, whoa, what's the
a lot of ladies
I was like,
showing...
I was just whistling myself. I was just...
A lot of the ladies that shouldn't be showing what that are showing. You know?
But how about the ones that... So there are some that should be showing?
There's some nice bodies out there.
Oh, so it's okay for them to show their bodies.
No. I'm just saying a little too much confidence with some of the ladies. That's all.
Oh. Well, a little confidence never hurt anybody.
Hey.
But you know what?
Hey, it doesn't... You don't...
My eyeballs sometimes bleed.
Sometimes you don't look good.
Sometimes my
You need to
eyeballs
know
did not need that.
That is not a good look for your body.
Have you ever
type.
seared something in your memory bank? It's like, you know, your MP3 files that are in your mind. Has you ever just like kind of just like,
Is
you
that
know, it's
your
one of
Ebonics
those
coming out?
It's one of those defective partitions in your brain, and it's just stuck there. It's like,
I have been in all states except west of the Rockies. Okay, so is that all? Does that include mostly all the East Coast then?
Yeah, I believe he's in west of the Rockies. So if we travel up the Rockies, so he has not been to Montana. He has not been to Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Nevada.
Oh, Tim.
Tim.
You ain't seen the country, man. You ain't seen the mountains. You gotta come.
You gotta look over the mountains,
Okay.
and when you see what you're gonna see, your mind is gonna be blown, bro.
Before you die,
the Golden Gate Bridge, dude.
You have to see Yosemite. That's probably one of the most beautiful places on this planet is Yosemite National Park.
One of the things that we love about Yosemite is that one Coke machine that's right by where we camp.
With Diet Coke.
There's Diet Coke there.
We know where all the Diet Coke looking.
It's cold. It's a cold
machine.
Yeah, it's Yosemite, the valley, is kind of like the Disneyland of national parks. Like there are lines everywhere.
In that.
There's
time.
like
tour buses. But it's the most beautiful place.
It's beautiful, but dang, it's packed.
World.
Yeah, dang, it's a packed place. So it's like, yeah.
But everybody should see it before they die, if you can make it here.
I was in Yellowstone. Yeah. I want to go to Yellowstone. I've been there once.
Yellowstone is beautiful too.
I can see why he's a flat earther. Hey, I'm a flat earther, man, for reals, man. I'm nuts, but I don't care. I'm a flat earther.
No, I think he's talking about Tim.
Oh, I know, but he's a flat earther. I'm a flat earther. Wouldn't you like to be a flat earther too? See, it's popular. See, my thing is it's like a poll. It's like a Democrat poll. I just want to just like make it so it's popular, so people are, hey,
Do you want to wear a flat earther shirt? Do you want to be one of those nerds that's in the
when I go,
is there flat earth conventions?
Well, maybe when I go to Starbucks next time, I'll like put my name as like flat earth researcher. And they'll be like, flat earth researcher. And I'll be like, wait, say that one more time. Flat earth researcher. And I'll be like, that's me.
Yeah.
I don't go to Starbucks. I've never been. Maybe I've once been in Starbucks. I don't go to Starbucks. No, that's not a good place for me. But yeah.
But you are willing to tell people, the world, that you're a flat earther.
Now I am, because
you're not ashamed.
I used to be ashamed that people would think I was a tinfoil hat wearing individual, but now I just laugh because the tinfoil hat wearers are all the mask wearers now, so I'm cool. I can come out. It's not even coming out. It's just like, hey man, flat Earth. What's up, flat Earth, yo?
He's gonna make it a trend, like cool. He's gonna make it cool.
It's kind of gonna be like, people who have hats that still have like the label on it or the freaking thing. That's it, man. I see that. That's a trend. I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I'm gonna be like,
well, Tim, maybe you need to be
you
need to be our tour guide if we ever go to Colorado. Sounds like you know Colorado.
What's F? Is this F?
I don't know. There's so many states I haven't been to. And whenever I used to say, Brian, I want to travel. Brian would always say, Heidi, how can you cannot want to travel outside of the United States until you see all the states, until you see all the wonderful.
Was that truth though?
Well, no, I get it.
But is it interesting that you would fly over a place?
All these places you've never seen in your own
like,
country.
wait.
Yeah, Brian's like, no. You're not going.
Rewind.
You're not leaving this country until you see this country.
I love seeing where all the cats hang out of the Roman Colosseum in Rome. It's like, I heard that's pretty cool.
But the only way I want to see this country really is if we were like driving, and like we could really experience it, like if we were traveling and just driving and just experiencing all the little towns and all the little diners and all the locals and just
sounds like
that would be a dream life.
Okay, guys.
Brian's tired. He wants to. I'm gonna keep going.
Tomorrow, we could go to Costa Mesa, California, or Redondo Beach, but we got to remember we have not set up our kids for anything, so we just need to leave like a couple boxes of cereal for them.
Make sure they have some.
Make sure we have milk in the fridge. Make sure we have batteries for the controllers, for the Xbox controllers, because that's important.
Make sure they're set up on their video game systems.
Make sure we leave some money for. Wait, have they opened up Slurpees yet over at 7-Eleven by our house? No, I don't think so. So we just have to set them up so that they can
give them $20 so they can go walk to In-N-Out.
Yes, so
get lunch. That's how we take care of our kids.
So that is a day tomorrow.
No, we just make a little phone calls to my mom and be like, my kids are alone.
Oh man, then your mom comes over and she's
like,
alone. What are they doing abandoning my grandkids?
I'll take you guys.
I'll save you
from your parents.
What do you guys want to eat?
You
guys want Panda Express? No, we just had that yesterday, Lynn. Never mind. I'm just kidding. We're just being retarded.
I have a wonderful mother.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Well, where we go one, we go all.
Tim says he still has. I'm just reading the comments. 1 second. I've watched several videos on Flat Earth. Eric Dubé is great. I pretty much believe. I still have my home state in my heart. I mean, very different.
Okay, it says there's 10 people watching. Okay?
Maine is different.
Okay, first of all, I know that Tim is one. I know that My Name Is Nobody is another. That's 2. I know that. Identify yourselves. Show me your face.
Okay, come on. If you're not shy, before we leave, say hi. Just say hi. Just say hi, so we can say hi to you. If you're not too shy.
We want to give a shout out.
We want to give a shout out to...
And then what I will do is I will tell everybody that we know, because if you're a friend of mine, I'm going to say, hey man, this guy's a flat earther. So if I know who you are, and if I identify you, I'm going to drag you down with me and throw you under the bus and go,
no,
hey man.
Nobody said they're a flat earther except for you and...
By default though, you're hanging out with, but you're hanging out with me.
kind of Glenn.
But I'm going to say...
Glenn claims it.
This is the thing. If you're hanging out with me right now, and then I identify you, I will reach out to you when I see you next time if I know you. I'm going to say, yo. Hey.
Oh, Tim said the final Red Pill video for Flat Earth was a time-lapse video. I would love to see that, Tim. If you want to send that, I would love to see that.
Mine was a camera with a really long lens that shot from Canada into, I think it was Detroit.
Electric Sheep's here. That's number 3. We got 3 people that identified themselves.
Electric Sheep.
Thank you, Electric Sheep. Electric Sheep, what state are you from? Where are you at? Just curious. You don't have to tell us if you don't want to. Did I already
What if
ask
he's
you
not
that?
from the United States? What if he's like, I'm from...
Why are you assuming it's a gender? Why did you assume it's male?
Because...
Electric Sheep could be a female.
Well, if it was a female, it would be more like Solar Sheep. Electric's old school electricity, so it's a dude.
It reminds you of a dude.
Yeah. It's like Solar Energy Sheep. It's got to be a female. Or it's a dude that's identifying as a female.
Oh, we lost a viewer. Because we were talking too much Flat Earth, I think. We lost a viewer.
They got sick, man. When I get sick of stuff, too, I bail, too. Wisconsin,
wow.
Wisconsin, you guys are rebels over there. You guys got freaking...
You guys are probably all opened up over there.
You guys have got one of the... Wait, Wisconsin. What was it? Oh,
yeah.
Wisconsin. You guys had you guys were the OGs, I think. Weren't they the ones who had that first rally that opened up Wisconsin rally? Was that you guys?
Was it Wisconsin? Or Michigan? I don't know. I don't remember. What's it like there in Wisconsin? Are
Is
they
it cold?
open?
When I think of Wisconsin, I just think of like
I don't really know much about Wisconsin.
Cheeseheads, Green Bay Packers. That's it. That's it. Like, they should be on your quarter, on your state quarter. It's like, because if you're not from Wisconsin,
Electric you. Sheep. It's funny. You put a laughy face. Okay, you guys, if you don't know this about Glenn, at nighttime he does stand-up comedy.
what?
I'm just making that up.
Okay.
I'm just saying. By day, he says he has this job. He claims he has this job where they're going to take his temperature. But by night, he's doing the comedy circuits. He's going around. We should announce it, Glenn. We should announce it. Your new name is going to be Glenn O'Savin. I'm just going to go ahead and make that public announcement right now. He is a stand-up comedian. He makes me laugh. Opening bit by bit. Oh, that's good. But was your state the state that did the first kind of big rally? Was that Wisconsin, or are we mistaken? I'm not sure.
Wisconsin did something. Well, boys and girls, it's, again, be a good teacher. Be a good listener. You know, not all of us are meant to teach everyone. And there are special people that you have been given that will be put in your path to teach. And that's why we're all here learning. We don't know. We know the little that Heidi and I do know, we're willing to share with anyone who's got an open mind, open heart, and is willing to learn and teach themselves, because you can only... So I encourage you to just be the best teachers that you guys can be. And you'll be able to affect more. I'm a horrible teacher. I'm the worst teacher
No,
there
you're
is.
not.
Well,
Why would you say that?
Well, I've got I could be better because I'm impatient with people. I don't give people a chance. Like a lot of times, I'm just kind of like, if I don't have time, or if I feel like it's...
No, I think if people are actually asking real questions and you have patience for them. Electric Sheep is reporting just about all businesses are open, just 30% capacity.
Wow.
I hate this stupid
That's bad.
capacity. It's like stupid. Ugh.
That's right. It is 30% because that's what the numbers have to be. Over here in California at the state beach here in Huntington Beach, they had 3 dot. They had a red dot, white dot, no dot. And when there was a no dot, they put an actual dot that they painted on the parking space. And that was to teach all of the sheeple like where you can park and where it's bad to park. So yeah, that's 1/3. That equals 1/3. That makes sense. Wow, that must have been the
number they decided.
number.
Dr. Fauci decided that number, maybe.
Man,
All right.
guys,
What?
I don't know. I don't know if
for?
there's anything that you've learned from us tonight, or that we
We just entertained them, I guess.
No. We watched that video from the Corporation of the United States of America. That was rad.
Yes. Oh, and we have the other video that Four Corners said. We got to watch that one too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you all have a good night. Hopefully, we'll see you with exciting things that have happened, because
What? Some restaurants are putting mannequins at tables?
they are.
Seriously?
Yes. To say that these are the tables that you can't sit at.
Oh my gosh.
Blow up dolls, whatever they were, mannequins.
Oh, that's so weird. Take a picture of that if you see that. If you ever see something... You guys take pictures of all these weird things that they're doing.
Can they share pictures here?
No, but I'm just saying, for the memories, take pictures of this weird crap happening. Supreme Court overturned governor's last extension, which started us opening. Okay. Oh,
One time Heidi and I went on this whale watching adventure, right?
And we saw no whales.
We saw no whales. But we would pull up the buoys, and we would see like a couple seals that were sitting on these buoys. And people would take pictures of them. And I was laughing because I was like, those are some exciting pictures. Because when I'm going through my photo album, I love looking at seals sitting on buoys in the middle of the ocean. That really just makes me happy to know that on a day in my life, I went out and took a picture
When you were supposed to see whales. But
of
you
a
said-
seal sitting on a buoy in the
You know
middle of the
what?
ocean.
Some
Because
of these people have never seen a seal in the wild. That's exciting in the wild.
but that
to see animals in the
I'm
wild
not-
is exciting.
Did you think I was bagging on him?
Yes.
No. I was saying I'm excited because sometimes, like, if I want to see, like, one time there was a lot of pigeons on a
That's what it reminds you of.
Well, it just reminds me of, like, when there's one time there was a dog that was tied to a tree. I took a picture of
Oh,
it.
gotcha. Because they're on a buoy. They're not like actually like swimming in the
not-
environment.
no,
It's
no,
like
no.
an unnatural environment.
It's not even unnatural. It's like, so you took a picture of this. When you have friends over, are you like, hey guys, you know what? I went on this whale watching
Look at these
venture.
seals.
I want you to check out these seals. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was
There's
wondering
a lot
if,
of pictures like
I was
that.
wondering if they're California local seals or if they're like invaders or imposters. So, just wondering, let's look it up. So that's one of the adventures we'll do is we'll sit there and look up things like that on Google.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
That's all.
Tim says, good night. I'm going to look for that time-lapse video. Can't remember the name. Yeah, I love if you found a video that like was like, whoa, like that's definitely something that I would love to see.
All right, guys. Well, have a good weekend. Have a good Memorial Day. And I hate saying be safe because that's redundant. Of course, be safe. That's stupid. Duh. That's dumb. That's like be healthy.
I know.
Be optimistic. No. How about if I don't say anything and that just means be pessimistic? No. I have to remind you to have have a positive mental attitude. PMA. That's important, guys.
Wow.
You know why? Because everyone's a winner. We all get a winner's trophy. We are all in first place. So I just wanted to remind you to personal affirmations, right? Because you like those. They make you
We
feel
got a
better
lot
about
of shy
yourself.
people. Nobody said hi.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Wait. Okay, we're going to give you a last chance. If you say hi, if you're brand
Just
new,
put a little
And you just put-
emoji
just put an emoji so we can
of
identify
how
you.
how you feel about our live stream.
Especially if you are somebody that we know, so that I can. I'm going to find you in a crowd. If I see you in a crowd, I will beeline to you, and I'll just go, hey, come back here, flat earther. I'm gonna call you out, flat earther.
No, they're not flat earthers, weirdo.
By association. If you're here
No.
and you hang, I'm a flat earther. So by association, you are
No.
now a flat earther. That's how
they're
you
watching us because we're freaks.
learn. Okay,
We're
I'll give them that
freaks
much.
of nature.
10, 9,
Stop.
8. We're
Don't
gonna
do a
bail.
countdown.
Bye. 7,
No, because
6,
they're delayed. They're delayed.
5,
You have to give them like
4,
2 minutes.
3, 2.
Stop with your countdown.
Aloha.
Oh, brother. What are you doing? Just wait. Wait for them to say hi. Leave them a chance. One more chance, guys. One more chance. One last call for alcohol.
No one's. Okay, rock on. My name is Nobody. You're awesome. Thanks for hanging out
It's
again.
Glenn O'Savin, man. Just call him his new name.
Have a good night, guys.
I voted Glenn O'Savin.
Adios. Bonsoir. Au revoir. Ikaw vanyao. Mahal
Sheep.
kita.
Electric Sheep said we're cool. I think that means we're cool. Because I said put an emoji about our live stream. And they put the glasses like, that's cool.
It's
because
not cool.
oh,
It's
because
like,
we're
what's
wearing
up?
glasses.
That's what it is. What's up?
You could put a crazy face if you think we're crazy.
Man. Look at that
We
guy
don't
between
care.
us.
We've been called crazy lots of times.
Okay, well, hey, guys. Have a good night, okay? Take care.